Whoa, whoa, Safi, you were gonna do something very important, weren't you? You were gonna do something very important. How about we do that important thing first? There you go. I'm gonna set the game to 1 gator because I feel that if the archive is gonna do that, we're gonna do that too. What am I looking for then? I'm looking for the scripts, specifically for like the head startup, the main screens and everything, because I know there's a section for that. Mhm, mhm, mhm. And they just commented all the shit out. Why would you just leave it in there? It looks so much more professional for assholes looking through your code if you just clean it up after the fact. I'm just saying. She's the time to remind me of my memories. Strike add Chad Shark. This game needs something like a CG library if only to track your progress. Remove sex, troll. I don't know, debug lol. Just like make game. Man, these are great. Cannot touch girlfriend. Permission denied. Story script and on the script directory. Ugh, everything is just boilerplate. It's the boring stuff that no one wants to talk about. That's the position when helping Anon get up. What? Is that a special language transition when handing brochure to Anon? What the hell? Why are these all custom things you put in here? Oh, it's probably because they had it a lot sloppier at first. You know, that sloppy Joe. I've been told sloppy Joe is very funny. We got the maitre d', Nasser mom. Oh, this is all Lyman stuff. I'm just looking for like the main song, the actual like the song that plays when you're on the main menu. But I can't, because I can find this one, right? But that's not the full one. That's not the real one. The one that everyone talks about when they're hiding out down the street. The same old thing we did last week. Maybe it's other chill beats. No, those are just the prom ones. I just feel that it would make a lot of sense if we start up and like the first thing you hear is you know, like, because it really feels like there's a fancier version of it. Mouse detect. Jesus, there's a mouse detect thingy? Grandpa, you really let people get away with a lot of bullshit, aren't you? Oh, this is how they set up the characters. Base color, outlines, bright pink, desaturated orange. Oh, cool. They're defining all the characters. That's neat. Layered image Anon. Man, there's a lot of fun stuff here. Aquarium exhibits? There's a tributes being set up here. A baby turtle? They were going to do a lot of more interesting things and just never got around to it or something. Oh, this is completely useless. Yeah, this isn't the butter, you know, the bigger, badder version. No, it's not this one. Where'd it go? God, find it here, am I? I gotta go to the whole Snoot Game OST. Ah! Oh, it is beach chill out. Next up. Goddamn! Remember when I wasn't very good at this? We were like just beginning, and I. Man, I love that they actually fucking loop. So many times you find video game music, it's like, no, it's got a little leading. You gotta get rid of a little leading if you want to get the rest. Anyway, let's get rid of this text and let me make sure that my recording window is set up properly. Okay, it's set up properly today. Alright. Listen, if I was a smart man, I would set up this. I don't get paid for this, all right? I'm doing exactly as much work as I really want to bother with, which means yes, I'll draw some custom thumbnails from time to time. Apparently, I'm doing it because like there's nothing else to this, you know. It's just words, so I might as well. I'm already working on the one for Inko Noda, but I'm not finishing that anytime soon because you know I originally thought that Inko Noda was coming in way hotter than it was, and the one for Peachy Promises and everything. The people who make this stuff want these fucking thumbnails wherever they can get them. Except for Nothing to Something. Because I keep getting your title wrong, and I'll be like, you're the Something to Nothing guy, and the conversation just ends there. That's it. He'll never get it, because he can never get past me being a fucking clueless idiot. Gormless. I'm without Gorm. Anyway, trying to look at some salacious pictures before getting started. You know, just the way you do it. Man, if only you could see. How salacious. Get a load of all these dinosaurs holding hands with humans. Oof. Oof. I think we all know. I'd go to jail if any of this comes out. Well, that's enough lollygagging. That's enough lollygagging. How the hell do I have 15 mutual friends with this guy? How? Whomsted? Oh, you won't show me because streamer mode's on. Get out of here. Let's get to it, buddies. Let's stop delaying. Recording mode is on. We don't have time to delay. We don't have time for that. So, last time, in case you forgot what Chapter 11 was all about, Olivia was in a really bad spot. Olivia had experienced a life-changing event that seems to have resulted of another massive life-changing event. Not only did Olivia lose her parents to a car accident, she now loses her legs. A degree of agency and authority that doesn't actually matter for the thing she does as a hobby, or the other thing she does as a hobby, but it's important, and it's meaningful as a character. Luckily, the story takes this with firm hands. Olivia is very sad, and then everyone comes by and tells her it's okay and everything's fine now. She goes to school and is very sad, and then everyone shows up and tells her that everything's alright and it's okay. Anon says it's a cruel and cold world, and then him and his parents, again, make things better for her, and then they're like, we're gonna move to the school where your girlfriend killed everyone. And he was like, yeah, I'll put myself aside. I'm gonna eat this shit sandwich because I have nothing to lose. And it's like, you know... Sure, were a lot of like character moments that just get glossed over by like if you're gonna be that saccharine, why are they even there? Just to reaffirm, like just do it once, and then go to the part you want to write, man. I don't know, it just feels weird. It's like there's a lot of cakes being eaten. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, this is just after. Good old-fashioned Anonicus Monicus had a good time chatting with his parents about, yes, Mom and Dad, I'll give up my entire life and my friends and go to a place that has mentally traumatized me just so that my sister has a 1 in a bajillion chance of getting her leggies back. And it just like that. No hesitation. And he keeps going, it's a dark and cruel world and I'm a bad person. And if you keep saying that shit and you keep doing this stuff, I don't know, man, you need to see a doctor. You need to see a doctor because you probably have chronic depression and you gotta get those pills fast, man. You'll be so surprised how much happier you can feel if you just stop lying to yourself. Dad and Mom entered the kitchen shortly after I left, and with nothing else to do for the night, I got ready to head back upstairs. Oh yeah, this is after that. Wasn't this after this, or did I... No, I read a little bit and then I stopped, right? Oh no, it was after this. No, it was after this. This is, you know, he's already done this. He's already been like, yeah, let's move for Olivia. And then Olivia's like, oh, you're moving? Yeah, let's move. Well, like, why have these scenes if all you're doing is just reaffirming that Anon's a really cool guy? Ending one Anon, the coolest guy in town. He's so cool, he got Fang to not shoot up a school. The bare goddamn minimum. Why are you bothering with this? Like, just have you already had a big hug scene before this, too. It's like nothing actually depressing is allowed to happen. It's so Disney. It's, ugh. Eh. Like, I just vomited, you know? I had a vomit, and it was one of those cheese vomits where you just like, ugh! And that goes down smoother than this. It's too saccharine. I can feel my pancreas shriveling up. Oh, hey, it's Jeremy. Heard the news from Warden, Jeremy said with a sad smile. Because everyone smiles all the time, you know. They're all celebrities about to get their picture taken. So it's really happened, huh? The Giganotosaurus had already graduated from Mesozoic Private a while back. Oh yeah, because he's like 3 years ahead of him. And actually working at the... Jesus fucking Christ. It's like they had to find an excuse for this. Like, what are you even doing at this point, alright? Now actually working at the school alongside Code McKill, Papa Pre... Like, wouldn't this be seen... Like, I don't know, man. The nepotism claims aren't looking too bright. I miss you, man. I miss you, man. I looked at him and placed a claw... Awkward verbiage. No. You can have a current like that. I looked at him before placing a claw on his shoulder. I'll miss you, too. Especially the part where you hit me right in the dick. My balls never did drop after that. Jeremy paused before letting out a muffled bit of amused... What? Oh, he meant air. I was like, amused hair? Jeremy paused before letting out a bit of amused air from behind his snout. How does that work? The snout is where it comes out. Like, I get what you're going for from behind his lips, but the sentence structure just doesn't gel for my brain. Crazy to think when we just first met, I tried to bully the shit out of you. Now look at us. We're like shrimp on the barbie. God, I want to know more. I want to know more Australian slang, okay? I want to know more about bingles. It's like every bit of that slang's got some of that pizzazz I love about good slang. Just like Cockney rhyming. Gotta pick up that dog and bone. That's a telephone, right? Fuck. I chuckled before pausing. Like, am I going crazy, or are these people pausing more and more? I mean, I know it's like a dramatic moment. They're all like saying goodbye. But look at all these ellipses, my man. Is this where the writer discovered, like the Watsonian excuse is, well, everyone is very emotional. But the Doyleist analysis says that this author just discovered that you can write pauses or you can use an ellipses. And he's just like throwing that shit everywhere now. He just figured out how to use some of that allspice. Baby. Really helped each other out over the years. I mean, for once, you actually said something that's true. Yeah. What a slow conversation, though. I can see them sitting there having this slow talk. The problem is, we don't know where this is. Like, this should take place in, like, The Ring or something, you know. Set the scene. Just establish it. Like, we're not even getting that, you know. It's like, it's in school somewhere, I guess. Who needs a scene, a time of day, a weather, lighting conditions, the smell of the air, anything nostalgic? Like, shouldn't the smell of the gym be nostalgic and him go, I won't smell this for a while? You know, because scents are very memory-based. Because, you know, they're very important evolutionarily speaking. Anyway, moving on. So, you plan to take your dad's job one day? I don't think he'll like that part. The Giganotosaurus shrugged. Maybe. Oh, no. I was thinking maybe going pro. You know, going on the circuit. Is it my eyes widen? Seriously? I could totally see you being a real... Hit there. That's a really shitty pun. Ow. Jeremy said as he chuckled. And now everyone's chuckling. Jesus, is this man finding new words and we're just going to use them a bunch? Hold on. We're pulling chuckle through the magic machine. It's only 5. It's just he's used it 3 times in a row relatively quickly. Or twice. Why is it sticking in my head then, Safi? I don't know, because it's a very specific kind of way to laugh. Like, it fits! You're supposed to chuckle, because chuckling usually means to laugh nervously. Like an awkward chuckle. It's just that you're both chuckling and you're both sad. I guess that's just the scene. Again, it would be more interesting if any of these fucking characters had anything to fucking say that isn't, well, see you later, Anon, good luck. Like, any of them had any emotions, or cried, or, like, particularly upset, or felt that he betrayed, or anything. No, everyone's just fine. What a normal, what a cold, cruel world, Anon, that everyone's just okay with your decisions. Terrible. Fucking awful. Like, I would like that if Anon's like, why is everything going so smoothly? My past life was such a fucking shit show. Why is everything going well? Wouldn't that be like a thing? Like, this man avoids every interesting conversation to have about everything he's doing. It's fantastic. Arthur Doyle, blind to his own writing. It's impressive. Because again, Like, you might say, Safi, that's not the story he wants to write, you know? Fair. Fair. Then the best thing you can do is not... The best way to avoid your audience getting the wrong idea is to have a fucking idea. Put something else on the front of me so I don't... Fridge logic only kicks in if nothing is happening. And you're fridging me a lot. Again, Olivia is the protagonist, and she's getting fridged. And Anon's like having the perfect, everything's fine life. It's just so tonally fucked up when you think about it. If Anon walks away with this with character development, I'm going to hit him on my head. Because clearly that's going to help him a hell of a lot more than anything else. That's a shitty fucking pun, Anon. The only problem is finding a manager. Don't you mean an agent? No. I don't know. I think it kind of depends, right? Someone who's not as small as me, more trustworthy too. I feel I would have gone with also trustworthy because who's not only smarter than me, it would imply that the next one is also going to be a comparative, you know, but also more trustworthy than me. I don't know. Weird nitpicks. I'll see to it at some point. I'll see to it. Shouldn't you say something like, I'll think about it, I'll look into it? I'll see to it implies that he's going to do it, or maybe he won't. What are you doing, man? The thing about life is, you always go to options. What the fuck are you talking about? Why are you bringing this up? Thematically, this has not been a problem for Anon. Anon's plot, if any such exists, has nothing to do with choices in life. Like, you can say that's technically what Snoot Game is about, but that essence of Snoot Game is not replicated here at all. In a meaningful capacity, at the very least. I pause before not... You didn't say anything! What the fuck were you pausing for? True. There was a bit of silence before Jeremy slowly stood back up, prompting me to follow suit. Both of us standing in the ring. He then smirked. Shouldn't you say something like one last spar, you know, kind of give the moment some fucking emphasis? I know, the snout curled into a smile, because that's all the people can do in this world. They can smile. We're in Disneyland, everyone. Facing off against Jeremy. Why doesn't he bring this up? Is he trying to avoid it? That'd be cute. Anon can be like, oh man, he's trying to be such a big man, but he's just a big old pudgy gut in there. We circle each other for a tense few seconds. I guess he's just trying to get one good look, you know. You're not beating the accusations, even if I don't really see you going with Jeremy. Feels too cordial. Then both of us lunged, Jeremy throwing the first punch, much akin to how I did in the first day of the boxing club. A powerful punch aimed directly at my god. Shinderu. Except he never got the... Fuck off. Fuck off. What is this? Like, the problem I have with this is not that it's a thing. You can do this. You can make this work. This doesn't mean anything for anything. This has no point and purpose, plot-wise. It is just a gratuitous little sequence of like, oh man, Olivia... Again, who is the actual fucking protagonist here so far, in terms of, like, what the story cares about. So we're gonna skip over this, because I don't care. Especially because it just fucking ends seconds later. There's no denouement, there's no cooldown. They're just like, oh, I just did a cool move. Wow. Okay? What needs to happen is that he uses this move on someone in an act of violence, like to defend Olivia or something. And, again... The parts are there. It's like looking at a car that just needs a couple of bolts tightened to work. And just the mechanic's like, I'm going to change the oil for a third time. It's like, no! I'm hitting the glass in the jigsaw death machine. Stop changing the oil and tighten the fucking wheels already! You can find the tire pressure on the inside of the car door. One last week before the semester. And now it's a semester. We all had a big going-away party. Most of us, our family and our neighbors were over. You know the neighbors. You know the neighbors we never heard about. Again, you need to do that stuff to keep... But... Standing over the backyard to enjoy drinks and snack food. No, they were eating a full, luscious meal at a party. I hung out nearby, talking to Grandpa and Grandma. Jesus. I mean, at least those characters were introduced. Mike and Melissa, respectively. Admittedly, you do have to reintroduce them. However, can I just point out Grandma and Grandpa are given, like, names? But when we were reintroduced to these motherfuckers, the game was like, yes. Where is it? The human and Allosaurus. Come on, jackass. It's like your fucking template writing this. It's like a template. You just paste it down. Probably tired of me say this, but you're on the fast track to being taller than me. The old therapist chuckled. Everyone's chuckling. Everyone's nervous. Everyone's a little awkward about it. Grown or not, Melissa pinched. Grown or not, Melissa pinched my cheek, a smile on my snout, because that's all we do around here. As she wobbles my scales. No, wait, let me do that. That's not good for a headset. You're still my double grandson, even if he's fucking stupid. Anon, do you even know mathematics? Do you even know the difference between 2 and 4? I bet he doesn't. I bet he just got through by fucking the teacher. Now there, honey, don't be so mean. He probably just bribed them with a couple of crisp American dollars. Just like I used to back in biology. Glad to know you two are happy. Do you know if Granduncle Frank is coming? I thought it was just Uncle Frank. Oh, he should be on his way. And this time, he's going to play some wonderful music for us all. Isn't Anon the musician? Come on, Anon, join in. Fine. As long as the cops don't show up, we'll be good. I pause for a moment. What are you pausing for? Before hugging the two of them. My grandparents briefly surprised. Again, this guy does not understand. This is not when you use the word separated. This guy has such a distinctive voice. I feel like if I go to hell, right, and I've been there for a million years, and someone showed me, like, one page of this guy's writing, I'm like, yeah, that guy. I know exactly who you're talking about. I know exactly. Like, no one else uses that word like that. Ugh. Honestly, that's part of being a writer, is finding your voice and learning to overcome very specific things you're into that aren't correct, because, again, that's not what snouts or claws are. But you get what I mean. Good or you, kid? We're not going anywhere, sweetie. In fact, I'm thinking about robbing the school or something. Then I'll get sent to jail. I heard Volk out there has got a nice one for old people like me. So this is the downside of giving my grandmother the voice of that old lady in Celeste. Oh, I love that sassy old grandma. One of my favorite archetypes of characters. Why don't I put a fucking sassy old grandma in my fucking stories? I had Mr. Opanis, and then I had Mr. Seller, but where's my old grandma? Come on, Safi, write the character you want to see in the world. Write a sassy old grandma who beats the shit out of people by hitting them with her cane. Bang! Do it! I turned around, moving toward the outdoor pool. What did you do? What was this about? They just said goodbye. And Frank might show up. I guess that's it. That's the only part that matters here is Frank's going to show up, I guess. I turned around, moving towards the outdoor pool that had been set up as Olivia swam inside, making use of a powerful tail and arms to traverse the waters, while wearing a purple baby. My man. Okay, I think I found a term for what I was talking about the last time. It feels like Olivia's only, like, emotionally and character-wise, it doesn't fucking matter. It's just done to make her consistent, congruent, in line with her appearance in the game. And now you're just fucking stealing this. Like, I get it, but, kind of weird, man. Frank West. Tapping on the side of the material of the pool. She briefly rolls up to listen. Like, material? What fucking translation system are you using? Because you're clearly not English. Olivia gave a thumbs up before we both noticed the new figure into the party. Familiar Therazanus with a packed guitar. Packed with what drugs? Uncle Frank, you can't bring your fucking cocaine to this. Frank, I greeted with a smile. Have you stopped smiling? Gesture. My granduncle returning the gesture. Sup, little man? Oh, gee, more like big man now. See, nothing's holding you back, Central Scrutinizer. Olivia smiled with a, hey, Frank, it's been a while. That's it. He reached for a pocket on the packed guitar. I got something for both of you since you're leaving Chinook Park. He brought out an old art book. Got this for you, Olivia. It's a book of vinyl covers. You might want for inspiration. I give it to you, in the pool, sir. The baryonyx nodded in understanding, instead of nodding in non-understanding, before smiling, because everyone smiles. Welcome to Disneyland. Thanks, I just left it on the table there, Frank. Yeah. Hannah! He then handed me the entire packed... Stop using the exact same fucking phrasing for one thing. Jesus. Packed... Okay, how many packed fucking guitars here? We got 3 in a row. Again, it's a very specific phrasing. If you just go with guitar... Like, the problem is the first section, right? The instrument case. They have all of a... if anyone experiences a bad emotion, the author makes them go away, because he doesn't want to bother with that shit. Also, why did we establish that, like, Warden and the other guy were, like, dating, only for them to fuck off in the story? Like, a lot of things just get established and then discarded. Like, it's almost someone's train of thought and such an actual fucking thought-out story. I'm not salty. This guy gets more likes than like the actual good writing out there. I'm not salty. I'm not angry. This is for you. I look down at it, I look down at it, then looking back. Fuck off. Say something like I throw a glance. I give it a brief attention. I look it over. But come on, man. At Frank is the smile. Well, go on. I oblige, unzipping it. Okay. I don't know. I always think of instrument cases as like solid, you know, because zippers are usually on cloth things, but you know, guitars have strings, so you wouldn't want them in a cloth bag. But maybe that's just me. And then freezing up what was inside, slowly bringing it out. It was a beautiful electric guitar with a mahogany wood finish and softly glistening lacquer beneath the bright sunlight. For some reason, my brain was like, the lacquer's underneath the mahogany? What? Vintage tone knobs were integrated at the bottom, as well as a built-in phase switch and preamplifier that made it a work of art. If the amplifier was gone, it's just crap. To call it just a guitar is doing this godly instrument a disservice. And Roxanne! Roxanne! Put on the red dress tonight! Etc. He gestured to the gifted guitar. That's a good one. Like that alliteration. Revealing its name. Oh, Roxanne! Anna! He then patted my shoulder. She's yours now, kid. Divorce papers were hard on me, but you know, you're not allowed to not smile in this world, so hey! Uncle Frank, are you sure you want me to? Super sure! She's done me good service. Now it's your turn to keep her. I got a feeling you'll take her far. Maybe you'll hit your girlfriend on the head to stop her from shooting up a school. Wouldn't that be great? Memories. I remember when my girlfriend planned to, drop some mustard gas on Israel, but what a plane ride that was. Oh, Roxanne really pulled through in the end. Hit your girlfriend on the head on a plane ride? Nah, I'll tell you something, man. It has a lot to do with a really large amount of crystal meth. I paused. I was wondering why he didn't pause here. I paused for a moment before... I wonder if I throw this in here. 4. Not too many, but it's all at the end for some reason. 20. 25. I paused for a moment before nodding, because everyone just nods and pauses and smiles and snouts and claws. Putting the sling over my head to hold Roxanne before looking up at Frank. Like, the instructions are getting really, really bland and old at this point. I do not feel engaged by the writing alone. And again, the story isn't happening either. It's like, what are people seeing in this? Other than like this, man, my life sucks. At least Anon's having a good time after fucking up, I guess. It's like, I can even enjoy the high notes because there's no low notes to contrast them to. It's just like, yeah, it's just fucking sunny all the time. How am I supposed to... Come on, man. Let it rain in Disneyland. Thanks, Uncle Frank. Hey, no problem. We then separate, because from hugs, you separate. You can't... I'm just glad to get it to be the cool uncle. To not only a mom, but you as well. I nod to that. Olivia watching... Oh, yeah, because... Probably thought he was the uncle because his parents would have called him uncle, right? Whatever. I nodded that, Olivia watching the exchange from the pool with a smile as I spoke up, inspecting Roxanne. Shouldn't it be Rojan or something? Mexico? Rojan? What brand even is this? Shouldn't you ask, like, what brand is this guitar? No, that is right. What brand even? Yeah. What the hell are you doing? I guess it just looks a little off. Because I'm very angry and totally not annoyed. To be honest, I bought it from $500 from some shady looking dude who somehow managed to sneak backstage after one of my shows. But I've been using it since the 70s. Modified, customized, well, it works. That was a total Uncle Frank thing to happen. Remember where the other looking... Remembering why I saw all the fine looking guitars in my previous life. Reminds me of one of Stigi Moldrix's guitars. Frank froze up, snout curdling like sour milk. Yes! If he just tasted spoiled milk. No, then... No! You're supposed to just say that his snout curdles, to Featuring Danny DeVito. Anyway, I started blasting with my guitar some sweet tunes. I immediately took notice as the theater spoke up. Stigi Moldrix? Ugh. Oh, dude, fuck that guy. You don't like Stigi, Uncle Frank? I ask. I didn't know much about the artist, only it was a big deal, and that Frank liked his work. He said again, I call up with him back in the 80s. That's a little afternoon for him to arrive because he almost told Tito, like, listen, I sold him a lot of crystal meth, but I told him only to take 2 cups. I told him only 2 cups. He took 3 cups, not my problem. My snout dropped open, realizing what he implied. You play with Stitchy Mildrix? Here's the bad part. After you play a couple songs, name a band written, all agreed to use them for our own purposes. Did you release the album out of that song too? Peter thanks the name, you did the voice and claimed full writing and publishing credit for it. Jesus. I would love it if Frank is just full of shit. That's what you need, man. It's just fucking lying out of his ass. Yeah, that's right. My eyes wide and Olivia speaking. Wow, what a piece of crap. You got that right. And when someone else is fucked up, he wasn't even on the end. That's right. He's alright like the rest of us. He's not a southpaw, he's a northpaw. I can't stand that. Anytime you see that famous restock guitarist, so I make him know you're unique in the business. I'm sorry, guys. The stuff's really something to hit. After Jesus, that'd probably be the most extreme red pill I'd ever swallowed as Mom and Dad arrived. Don't mix these sentences. Like, let this sentence breathe. Put a fucking period there. The form of greeting. Stop doing that too. Frank, she greeted before gasping at the top. Oh my God, are you giving Anon Roxanne? Help me back. He said with a smirk before we all laugh at that. Frank turning to me. I got one thing for you, Anon. Hey, like I knew. Fuck yeah, the whole Frank showing up. I mean, like, normally someone announces that someone else shows up because they don't. You know, that's why you announce that they're going to show up so that when people are surprised, the reader is... You don't do that and then that person just shows up and it's fine. That's so weird. Right? Now, wonder where we're going to do so. Frank pointed to the other side of the lawn as I followed his claw. Noticing Joe on the other side of the lawn. Other side of the lawn. Other side of the lawn. Don't do that. I draw him and bits of equipment already set up. You're just going to mess this stuff together. I pause before nodding. I pause before nodding. I pause before nodding. I pause before nodding. Like, again, it's specific ass phrasing. Don't use that too much. It's all the way up here, though, Safi. Yeah, but it's like the only thing these people do. That's what it feels like when you use the same fucking phrasing over and over again. And he does it with a smile! Oh, alright, let's do it. I walk forward, but not before turning to Uncle Frank. For the record, Roxanne's way cooler than any of Stitch's guitars. How the fuck would you know? You barely know him, you just said so. I guess he's full. Like, why isn't Frank the liar here? Yeah, alright. Frank sat with a smirk. 2 of us moving to the end of the lawn, as Mom and Dad called out. Everyone, my son's gonna play us a song. Ugh, are we doing this? We're gonna skip this, because it's just like the movie where okay, yeah, we're just doing the whole fucking song. But, unfortunately, a lot of good writing tends to, if they are gonna copy a fucking song lyric, they're usually doing it to, like, communicate something. Tails and tethers. Huh. Hit me with an E. Magic, magic E. Magic play Wonderwall. Fuck. I don't get it, but I'm not very good with lyrics. I usually have to listen to them a few times to get them. Ready to go. Olivia nodded. Oh, wait. Ready to go? Olivia nodded as we stood outside the exam room having just finished. Yeah, hop on back. The bariatric said, turning around as I stepped up and she wheeled us forward. Going through the school halls, we looked at the walls of Mr. Why are you just looking at the fucking house? Live your memories, my man. One last time. Don't one should be waiting for us at the entrance. We'll say goodbye before Mom and Dad pick us up. Why can't one of your parents just pick you up just for once? It's like they're two halves of one character. You rarely ever see them alone. Like, I get it to some extent, but like, to a child, parents are very different people. Because, you know, you got 2 of them. If you have 2 of them. If you have none of them, then, yeah, kind of different. Olivia nodded, looking up as she... I just need you to know, okay? I just need you to know. I'm not angry. I'm not fucking angry, okay? I'm not angry. I'm not angry. Can I rotate? Is rotation a thing I can do? however. 30? Looking up. As she looked up, this is the best fic on the website. Like, if this happened in the middle of, like, a good fic, where, like, shit was happening, and the writing was good, I'd be like, what a funny mistake to make. This. What? What? I was told by someone, hey, don't take it too seriously. It's a fun, breezy read, you know, don't expect too much. What? Like, you can give me shit for, like, well, smiling is a common emotion. Nodding, pausing. But how do you double up a verb like this? And not go back and fix it? Like, this man is so stuck in his ways that he writes a sentence. He has to do the infinitive. He has to do looking before he does the ukt. What is wrong with you, my man? Does this man even proofread his own stuff? Or does he just write this and never think about it? He was just like looking up, stopped, and then came back, oh, she's looking up. I'm going fucking crazy. I'm going crazy. Smiling. Remember when I hid in the vent? I remember. Teachers were looking everywhere for you, and then you got your fucking fat ass stuck at the door. We passed the door to the auditorium. Remember when I showed Little Lady? Yep. Making the sets was great. Yeah. I like how Olivia says that. Whatever. And she has doubts that people still like her art for her art. Like, come on, man. You had made like the best movie of the year. A nostalgia trip ends. We reach the front of the school. Seeing Doe and Warden by the door. A nostalgia trip ends. 2 memories. That's all we got. Ends as we reach the front of the door. Seeing Doe and Warden by the door. That's on me. Seeing Doe and Warden by those that take notice of our arrival. That's a really awkward phrasing because you're kind of doubling up on a bunch of verbiage there. Olivia, you're just in time. 2 of us blink. Olivia's speaking up as Doe and Warden come up alongside us. I half expect this man to mistype it as Olive at some point, and I'll think it's great. Just in time for what? What a cruel and fucked up world we live in. Hold on. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm not taking this shit anymore. Yeah, it sure does feel like this guy has dyslexia. And if he does, then, you know, egg on my face. Sure fucking hope he does. Dang it, how do I select this? Ugh. Well, there's dyslexia, and then there's whatever the hell this is. It's like this guy really wants to write a sad story, but he's unwilling to commit to the bit. Like, just commit to the bit! Come on! Two of us blink, Olivia and speaking of... I mean, like, listen. Okay, hold on. I want to point one thing out. I am not saying this doesn't make logical sense. Remember, they're the B clique. Everyone likes them. Everyone thinks they're cool. Everyone comes to them with their problems. Technically speaking, the plot has established that they are well-loved. You know? Like, everyone shows up because, you know, everyone has talked to them at some point. That part's fine. The problem is, you can't write that fucking line in this story. Okay? Like, the tonal just fucking... my knees shatter from how fast we spun around with those lines. Also, looking up as she looked up, I guess... could that be... Like, again, I said maybe it's a translation thing. Could be. I don't know. No. Listen. Like, I can... Honestly, I'm impressed if someone with dyslexia wants to bother writing. Let alone writing with limited vocabulary, everything. You know, good on you. I don't know, man. It legitimately feels like someone's just trying to gaslight me. It just feels like that a lot. Doe answered Olivia's question. For everyone to say goodbye. I like how the teacher... Like, the students I get, but the fucking teachers? Shouldn't the teachers have said goodbye at, like, every single class? Like, oh, it's your last day, Anna. And they give you a firm handshake and then a slap on the back, and they want their $20 for giving you an A last semester. Olivia and I remained stunned for a few seconds. Oh, you didn't pause for a few seconds? Damn. As I stepped off the back of her wheelchair. Why does she have that anyway? Like, I've seen normal wheelchairs. They don't usually have that. Both of us looking to Doe and Warden. You organized all of this? Asked Warden. As Warden shook his head.
Did you really have to? Everyone just asked. We asked us to agree to show up and say goodbye.
The Allosaurus explained as Billy approached with the boys. The boys?
It's the boys! No way I was gonna see you off. You want to read a good time at school, ain't you?
Isn't he already out of school? Hasn't Billy already graduated? Because he was like in the same year as the other guy, right? Oh man. I feel like I've ended up in limbo, or heck, Satan high five me if it's true. My hand's up there, buddy. Up top. Isaac approached with Chasey. I mean, hey, at least you reminded us these fucking characters existed before you have them say a heartfelt goodbye. Anyway, cards, Coach McHale, everyone says goodbyes. It's kind of weird. It feels really, really hammy, but you know what? Like I said, I'm not going to bitch about stuff that's fine, even if it's a little unearned. Fuck it. That's not my problem. When you first came to gym, you were a tiny baby coward. I ate you like hamburger, and then chewed you out like sandwich. What are you talking about, Dad? You don't chew out a sandwich, you gormless fool. Listen, I'm okay if someone has dyslexia, and they really want to write, okay? And they put in all the fucking work. But, like, I don't see any disclaimers in this. I don't think I've seen anything where this guy's like, hey, by the way, I'm dyslexic, or I have issues, and this is like, you know, I've never written before. It's my first time. Like, chapter 1, let's see. Ending 1 broke me, so I wrote this. Okay, so maybe this guy is, like, broken by ending 1, and he's just, this is his fucking drugs. Or some new game plus he asked me with all the tormenting shit. I like how all the tormenting shit and then nothing happens with that tormenting shit. Yeah, this guy isn't explaining anything about, like, if he has any potential problems writing. Besides, the grammar and spelling is mostly on point. It really is just, like, structural problems that aren't excusable with dyslexia. Being dyslexic doesn't stop you from writing a decent story. It makes the writing part hard, but the structural establishment of a story, that's completely separate from that. It just makes reading hard. Technically, it shouldn't make writing hard either. If you know what to type, you know, you can just type it with your hands. Unless those come in the same bag, I don't know. Maybe they do. It'll be something to learn. Duh. But now you are a big strong man, Anon. I am proud. You smell still like cheeseburger. Thanks, Misha. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, it's Miss Prudyas, you know, the fucking first grade teacher. Who fucking cares, Anon? Jesus! It's like, not his 11th grade or 10th grade. No. No, they didn't teach him wrong. They taught him wrong. You dingus. I'm so angry. Goodbye, Mrs. Old Private. Their faces were tinged with sadness. More heartfelt goodbyes. Jesus. Be a clique for life. Just go to your fucking phones and text. Send a letter. They're like 2 hours from your house. Okay. I'm gonna keep those things around in case I get more complaints. When I entered the lit tunnel, I began to think about how it happened. In the first place, how I walked again, talked again. What a fucking idea, huh? I like how we're going this far back. Met Olivia, Mesozoic. Not the part where Olivia's fucking parents died. That's not important. Met Doe and Warden, literally E. Weird summation. Because I don't even think that's the order of events. Meteor Bowl of Nasser. That's also not the events. Very recently, as of... Shouldn't you put this in at least chronological order, my man? Close my eyes and reopen them. Why? This is when the visual novel just uses an ellipses, you know. We're using this one. Anyway, fuck it. This went faster than I thought. We're going to the next chapter. Hold on. It's a crucial moment in the story. What crucial moment? There are like 12. Hello, Volcano High. I mean, admittedly, that's a good fucking title. Hold on, I gotta go fix my pancakes. We gotta delete all the blank spaces, because in case you fucking dinguses forgot, this is what the text normally looks like. Jesus, that's a lot of empty space. Why? This is a screen's worth, and there are like 4 lines of text. 170 bookmarks. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. You're angry. Like, I guess I'm falling into that old trap, you know? I expected the average American to be smarter than this. Or maybe, honestly, it could just be that there's, like, a lot of Mexican people who are just translating this roughly, and as a result don't really know what they're looking at. They're just like, oh, it's probably good enough. Or maybe translated from Spanish. In which case, I'm pretty sure the average translator would pick up on the fact you're not using the same verb 20 times. Anyway, there we go. Abracadabra, abracazoo. Presto fixo. Holy shit, there's lines on the screen now. Is that screw coming loose again? No, it's still up there. So yeah, I fixed that problem. Neat. After a couple more minutes of driving, we finally arrived at our new home. The car came to a slow stop as I got out. So the car didn't even stop? You were getting out while it was stopping? You fucking clueless clown. That's how you get hurt. Why did your dad let you out? The movers have already left. Shouldn't your dad be there? I guess your dad would be there. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Who's picking them up? Because... So they left at the end of a school day? So, he's with his parents. Okay, they're getting out in the front of the car. I'm very... Like, normally, doesn't one of the adults sit in the truck with the movers? Shouldn't your dad be there to make sure they aren't fucking tossing the silverware, or the fucking ceramic at the floor and cracking it open? I don't know. This feels weird. Also, I just want to point out, as someone who's moved multiple times in his life, okay, not just when I moved out on my own, but like when I was, you know, just a little babu. Moving is a big experience. Putting everything in boxes and taking it out again is such a big fucking thing. Like, this should be a moment, to some extent, if you're gonna... They're glossing over everything. There is no drama. People are smiling. Moving is not... It's not an emotional... It's fine. Everyone just smiles and says goodbye. Anyway, they're getting out of the car. So, Edward turned to the both with a smile on his snout, because what else do the fucking people do around here? What do you think of the place? He asked as we approached, inspecting it as he did so. It was a one-story house built on a foundation of grey concrete. This is ordinary concrete, my man. Not as big as the last one, seeing as... let's put on a different song, because I'm getting a little sick of this big chill out. I'm a little too chill. No. We're at the new house. Things are exciting. Things are exciting now. Let's get those other 2 weirdos involved. Yeah! It's a one-story house built on the foundation of grey stone. Not as big as our last one, seeing as it lacked a second floor. But that hardly mattered, considering that the place was bought with Olivia in mind. With alterations, there's a ramp that led from the side to the entrance, leading into the front. Yes, you already used the verb lead, my man. Oof. Jeez. Like, what are you even doing, my man? Alongside the stairs. It's Perfect, I say. Olivia, shouldn't Olivia be the one to say that since she's the reason you're fucking moving, asshole? Why do you keep taking away the protagonist role from the protagonist when you clearly can't hold on to it? My man? What Anon said. That makes things easier, so thanks for that, boy. Baryonyx added awkwardly, still uncomfortable with the prospect that this was all done for her. But that's not all. That mom spoke, turning her head to Edward. Show her, dear. Edward smiled, producing a small remote device and handed it to Olivia, the Baryonyx taking it as she tilted her head. What's this? Dad gestured to the topmost button. I press it and find out. She paused before doing what she was told. The front door unlocked with a click before opening itself, showing a nice-looking interior. Goddamn. They thought of everything. Really? A front door with a clicker? That feels a bit excessive, all things considered. I mean, like, hey, bougie bullshit, but hey. Olivia blinked, voicing my thoughts. Why would you say this? Why isn't Olivia allowed to be the fucking protagonist? She clearly is. Anna, you fucker. Oh, I love my sister. I'm living my life vicariously through her at this point. I'm not even important. I just want her to go on an adventure, Olivia. I'm not gonna do anything interesting, am I? You guys really think of everything. Of course, Dad exclaimed as Mom joined him. Olds and I standing side by side looking at us. Wait till you see the pool. There's a pool. Moving is spending 34 hours feverishly packing before the truck turns up. Yeah, and you get it. I've had moves like that. I've had moves where it took forever. Ugh. But you know, there are no frowns in Disneyland, and we're not allowed to have a battle. Olivia simply stared at the backyard pool, a proper one instead of the above-ground one we had set up at our last place. What? I thought you were upset about ending one in Snoot Game. Why is Olivia getting all the golden trophies? Again, she's the fucking protagonist. We had the last place with an honest-to-God chairlift that could go in and out of the water in case Olivia wants to. Her arms work fine. She can lift herself out of the water, Anon. Like her knees work. You know that to get out of the pool, you only need your fucking knees, man. What is this guy doing? I've been in pools before. Ones with high ledges and low ledges. And I've never used my foot for that. I throw my knee up, and then I throw myself up, and then I get up. You don't need a fucking wheelchair for that. A chairlift. Mom, I really had thought of everything, to the point that I'm getting a little bit terrified. I'm half expecting a meat hook to fly through the house, allowing her to move places, pretending to have legs. Speaking of which, the two of them are sitting upon a recently unwrapped dining table. Olivia goes on an adventure joining Rainbow Six. Anon can sit in the camera room, and we're still having his POV as he looks at the fucking cameras. Because, you know, he's already got telescopic eyes. Why not give him some fucking drones to operate through? Currently going through a few packages as I place them on the larger furniture deck. Speaking of which, the two of them were sitting on the recently unwrapped. Okay, they're sitting on the table. That's fine. They can be like lean sitting on it. Currently going through a few as I wrap some bigger furniture. Place some bigger furniture down. Moving the couch to face the. Can you put some fucking periods in there? Yeah, it is established she's strong. You know, because she doesn't have feet. That's fine, Anon. Well, that again. Why are his glasses? Shouldn't his eyes be focused on the box? I checked on the coffee table as Olivia rolls beside my parents. You guys need help? Oh, we're fine, dear. Well, if you want me to land a claw. But if you want to land a claw, I gestured to a bunch of boxes that were placed on the side that led out of our rooms. Shouldn't I honestly? Okay, listen, right? That's not what I wanted to do. Fun, you know what you could do plot-wise? You could have Olivia be like, isn't this a little bit overkill? Like, I could pull myself out of the pool just fine back home, Dad, and I could open the front door just fine back home, Dad. Aren't you treating me with, like, silken gloves like I'm made of glass? Like, I don't know, after that whole thing with the contest where I felt like people were treating me differently because of my wheelchair and only appreciating me, I'm kind of feeling like you're going a little bit too far with this, Dad. Like, I didn't ask for this. And if she did, you should probably mention that. Because that feels kind of important for someone who has doubts about what her disability is doing to her as a person. I'm just saying, you're kind of missing some beats here. It's the same. You know, you're dodging the actual plot very effectively, might I add. But if you want to lend a claw, you and Anon can start opening those boxes to fill your room. You then enter a box cutter. Jesus! Just give her some scissors. Got it. Olivia said with a smile, taking the box cutters and wheeling around as I joined her, looking over the stacks of boxes. Jeez, I don't remember either of having this much stuff. Yeah, it just looks like that. Oh, they have a wheelchair operator in the Rainbow Six? That's just Olivia. We all know the truth. Just looks that way, I claim. You claim? And I'm making bold claims over here. I claim up a box from the tab. And handing it to... You pick up a box. The baryonyx dragging the sharp cool... Jesus Christ, you guys are a well-oiled machine. Digging through the styrofoam... In one action, Anon has said something, lifted up a box, handed it to Olivia, she has opened it, and then he goes inside. That's too many actions. You gotta let them breathe. Oh, this is your lamp. Olivia nodded, opening another box. What's this? I briefly closed my eyes and said, probably mine. I froze up, staring at a strange device held in her hand, a metal stick with a handle and a bulb set. She then clicked a button, the bulb opening up into a many-pronged end. It also had a splash guard above the handle. Why the fuck does it have a splash guard? Why? And why did I feel a sudden menacing presence behind us? I peek to see... Oh, it's not peering for points. Wow. See Dad just standing there as he realized that standing breeds standing. As if having prowled into existence. A moth flying past... What? Wash your fucking glasses, Dad! They keep getting obscured by glare. Oh, it's an umbrella. Olivia noted before noticing Dad. Noted before noticing. Fuck you. Standing behind us. Is this yours, Uncle Ed? Yes, he said simply, taking it and placing it into the box Olivia had opened and picking it up. The brief disturbing of styrofoam revealed other tools in the box, such as the handle of a cleaver, the burner tube of a bloater. Oh! Oh, it's torture tools. Or they have a very kinky sex life. It could be both. My wife loves it when I take out the old KGB tools from the garage. Really gets her perked up. And pliers. A lot of pliers. You really only need one. Get a good pair. I simply stood there, watching as Dad left into the garage. The comp silently opening the door and said, "Isn't it awkward to call your parents by their species? Like, you're one too, Anon." I don't get the reference, I'm sorry. I'm very stupid. I'm an uncultured swine. Please throw me down a well, because clearly I can't appreciate this. Burr, burr, burr. Yeah, eat that styrofoam, baby. After replanting most... Fuck. Okay, listen, I kind of like that. I like that a lot. After replanting most... Okay, that's a good one. Don't describe it like that! Stomach growling on cue. It was sundown already and I was hungry. It's like you start off with such a very good sentence and then you go with I exited. Fuck, that doesn't work like that. That's shit flow. I looked to the side. Hell, you're not peering. Jesus, he's starting to learn. He's picking up new mistakes, but he's starting to learn the old ones. A little bit, just a little bit. It's enough. I'm happy. Seeing the unique sliding door. Oh. What? I guess sliding doors would be a little easier because like hinged doors, they open one way inward, so you would, with the wheelchair, you know. I like how you got her a fucking Japanese door, though. Allowing me to briefly peek inside. Oh, shit. Man's using the proper verbiage. See your adjustable artist desk. It's just a desk, Anon. And bed. The baryonyx wheeled herself out with a foldable grabber sitting atop her lap. Is that what they got out of the box? Looks too complicated for one. Also, why does it have a fucking splash guard? I'm guessing you're mostly done with your room. Yeah. Olivia nodded before slowly rubbing the back of her neck. Just gotta attach a few things to the wall and then it'll look like my old room again. I smile. Welcome to Disneyland. So as long as none of the drawings you want up come from that school book, sure. And she definitely knew which one I was referring to when she was drawing non-stop trains. Disgusting. Olivia leaned her head backward against the wheelchair, letting out a soundless groan of exasperation, before looking at me with an annoyed face. It's like you're doing this, and then you go with an annoyed face. Like, come on! She then picked up a grabber and shot it forward, using the prolonged end to clamp the end of my snout, squeezing my nostrils together. This guy clearly actually played the fucking game at this point, because he's just fucking copying shit at this point. Like, I get cute references, but all I can see is, like, this man just stealing scenes. Let out a sound as I cringed. Olivia's snout briefly opened to release a cut-off laugh before giving up, doubling over in a wheelchair to clench her stomach in laughter, lowering the grabber. Wrapped. Jeez. As she finally looked back up, still unable to contain the giggles in her snout. We should do that more often. If styrofoam is not food, why is it called peanuts? I know, maybe you're supposed to be twerking it, you know, like my peanuts. Oh, that joke's so bad. Every time I think about it, it's just my brain just goes, oh, so funny. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Okay, the song is a little bit too high energy for what we get going on. Bum, bum. Anyway, I looked at her, my eyes wide. Have mercy, please, I begged. Olivia rolled forward, picking up her grabber. When did she... So, did she drop it? Because she just lowered it. A hoodie drawn over her head to conceal her eyes. There is no mercy. What is with these really short scenes we're getting? I slammed my penis in the car door. You slammed your penis in the car door. I need to play that game so I can better replicate the awkwardness of that intonation. Apparently works fine-ish in Japanese because it's syllable-based, and therefore a little easier to fuck around with. The baryonyx is about to unleash another attack as before Mom peered down the hallway. Olivia, hang on. The refrigerator looks like it doesn't have any groceries. You're the fucking mom! How is that a surprise? So be eating at a restaurant. We're missing a lot of words lately. Get ready. Get ready. For what? What weird phrasing is this? Oh no, have I been laughing at someone who's having an aneurysm whose brain has just been decaying this whole time? He's not dyslexic, he's just suffering from severe brain damage. And I'm being an asshole. Jesus. She then disappeared as Olivia and I looked to one another. Foob? Foob. What? Since when? We arrived at a restaurant. Well, I guess I should have expected it with the amount of foreshadowing. So here we were. Oh, she did it just to fuck with you. At Dino Mo's, close to the middle of Little Truden. Italian restaurant looked no different than when I last seen it. As I remember, like, technically speaking, Anna, you are pretty much when you were actually in Vo Caldera, so logically it should be very similar. As I remembered how good the pizza was here. And the first date I had with Fang. A wave of nostalgia and sadness crept beneath my scales as I stared at the restaurant phone. I'm then expecting the pledge for the National Register of Historic Places as Olivia waited behind them. Oh, historical restaurants. Just like they said online. Ooh, maybe we should explore the list of Little Truden when we finish eating. Mom, there's humans out there and they have knives. Mom. Oh boy. Not a good idea, Mom. Before I could voice my concern, or in truth, my own experiences with Little Truden, Dad beat me to the punch, Snout giving an unsure smile. Like, shouldn't he frown or something? Maybe not tonight, honey. I've read up on Little Truden and, he peered at the other side of the street, filled with dark... The street is filled with alleyways, physically. There's just you can't drive your car, it's just alleys. all the way through. It's the urban part of town. Oh. Mom suddenly grew quiet with a word. Should we be worried about the car? Nah, Dad reassured. We're parked right in front, it'll be fine. Then I looked at Olivia and I. Why? Because it's planned to leave you outside? Alright, let's head inside. Olivia nodded, wheeling herself forward as Dad held the door open, Mom following after. Took one last look at the sign before finally entering. Now greeted with the homely interior of Moe's restaurant, and my family waiting beside the very same and very tired waitress behind the reception desk. Man, she was tired a year ago, dang. Putting on a plastic smile at our approach. See, using smile in that context is just fine in all situations, because that's what it is. Or perhaps a plastic grimace, to give it a bit more ominousness. Welcome to the historic Dynamos. She then shifted to take notice of Olivia, and to her credit, seemed to put more effort into her job, stepping from behind the counter. A table for 4. Dad nodded as the waitress guided us to the far side of the restaurant, sitting us in a more open space before looking at Olivia. Do you want to stay in your wheelchair? Otherwise, I can get a chair for you to sit in. Chinatown's kind of safe if you avoid the triads and the brawl between the white guys who build like a shit brick house and the crazy hoe. You really do want to avoid any Ryus and Majimas who are having their plot arcs at that moment, yes. They'll hit you and then they'll take your money like jerks. They'll spend it on fucking tiny plastic cars. Or mahjong. Oh, I know, don't worry, I'll just stay in my chair. You got it? The waitress nodded. How many fucking people are nodding? No, we just had 3 nods in rapid succession. Apparently there's worse nodding storms coming up. I don't know what the fuck's going on around here, but man, people are having a nodding old time. The waitress nodded, picking up a seat and moving it away, leaving 4 menus on the table. It was nice of her. A total far cry from the reception Fang and I got. Didn't you get a good one because you know fucking Mo? I always got the impression everyone thought you were super fucking cool as a result. Especially, you know, with Mo Job and everything. You got it. The waitress nodded. We all sit down as Olivia locks her wheelchair in place. Almost going through the menu. Should we get appetizers to share? Admittedly, I had no idea what to order. That was good, besides the pizza, which I had gotten for free. Yeah, you're not that guy no more, buddy. Fried calamari looks good. My parents discussed as I briefly peered at where the kitchen was, honing my keen... I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna sit here for a moment. Like, I get it. At this point, it's a cute gimmick, okay? It's a cute gimmick. But I'd like to point out that the last 2 times we did this, the last 2 times that Anon did this were like so that we could have Olivia's protagonist moment happen. Like, what's the point? What's the point? Why? For a one-off fucking gag? About how Anon doesn't get that they're criminals? You couldn't fucking wait until Fang shows up to have the organic lead-in? You have to do this joke now. You have to. You're in a busy fucking restaurant, Anon. That's not how this works. Like, what are you doing, author? Just write with the third person. Just fucking stop it. You clearly don't like Anon's point of view. I'm sick. I'm on the verge of just stopping right here. I don't fucking care. This. Fuck off. Jesus. Holy shit, man. Oh.
Oh, Marone, Jerry. This one's not even frozen yet.
I heard. Oh, wait.
Oh, Marone, Jerry. This one's not even frozen yet. When I get back, I better see all this blood cleaned up, capiche?
You can have the exact same joke by having him walk outside, have blood on his hands, and go, oh, don't worry, I was just dealing with some melting frozen meat. And it'd be a better fucking joke. I couldn't even see this working in, like, this might work in a movie because you can do a quick cut and it's cute. You know, you can have him be in the background and the microphone shifts over and you imply Anon is listening in, but we don't really know because who knows. But you can do it in a comic maybe as a backshot, but in a comic doing that kind of backshot draws too much attention. Maybe in like a very big overview of the restaurant, like they're all sitting down, and you have it as like a little side bubble, you can't do it. But man, shove it up your ass, my man. Just make the fucking movie / comic you clearly actually want to be making right now. Oh man, I am very upset that I'm already at my calorie limit. I'm on the verge of just walking over there and getting myself a fucking bite to eat, cause fuck. You don't deserve this, is the problem. He doesn't deserve this. You haven't earned this. You know how you buy stupid bullshit scenes? By writing good scenes. By writing some fucking plot, some characters, some themes. And you have none of it. And you're just indulging. And everyone thinks it's fucking great. And I'm not angry. I just want to hit his head in with a hammer until he doesn't move. And I stop moving because the cops shot me to the Swiss cheese. Anyway. Hi, Scary Dave. How you doing? Yeah, it's fine if you're sick, man. Being sick can do that to a man. Can really fuck you up real bad. Limits are made to be broken. Are they? There must have been talk about a Godel or something as the door suddenly opened. Himself stomping outside. The T-Rex looked no different than the last. Again, Anon, you're technically at about the point where you stopped existing, so. Like a year or so. 5 to 10% away from it, so. At this point, a lot of people should look very familiar. With a mustache on the end of his broad snout and small claws resting on the sides of his waist and apron, he made his way around the restaurant, eagerly checking up on various tables. Honestly, no. I was about to say, if the guy had the restraint to not have Mo do anything outside of his, you know. But I guess it is Mo, so we don't really know. It's a different Mo. I felt happy to see him again. After all. Oh, this time you are putting the ellipses in the right place. I felt happy to see him again. After all, he was the one who gave Fang so much support, allowing her to play in his own restaurant. For all the fucking good that did her. Someone took notice. What are you smiling at? Olivia asked as I looked at her with a blink, searching for an excuse. I opened to look at my menu. The special. I thought it looked good. Dr. Soda, what the hell? I'm stuck in limbo, and you bring up that man? I won't have it. I won't have it.
Hey, did someone order this special?
Good to hear you again, Mo. You just heard him. Although I guess he probably sounded really annoyed. We all whip our heads to see Mo having simply materialized beside our table, a giant smile on his snout. And on mine as well.
Welcome to my restaurant.
Mo spoke with the same cheerful and infectious smile.
Never seen you folks around. Where you from?
More like Pastor Soda. I know a guy who has a name Soda, but I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be screaming about that. I'd also be hitting him on the head. A lot. Genoga Park, we just moved.
What? You're telling me you came all this way just to eat at my restaurant?
Ian took his hat off, holding it in his chest to salute.
I'm honored.
Mom smiled, speaking up. Why are you doing a new line for that? Are you Mo?
At the one and only. But enough about me, let me get your orders.
Why is there another quotation mark here? Honestly, the fact this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing is just growing with the second as I'm noticing. That's weird, okay? I can understand funky typos, but why this? What? Like, this implies that, like, he wrote this section, and then actually, I need to have this line as well. I guess it was to make him sound, I don't know, did he, Inspector Safi. Oh, Mom looked at Dad as he nodded, looking down at his menu. Just a chain of looks. Mo looks at Mom. Mom looks at Dad. Dad looks at the menu. The menu looks at me. Because he knows I ain't ordering. I'll have the veal parmesan, Edward ordered. The veal parmesan! The T-Rex nodded without even having to jot it down. Mom speaking. He's run a restaurant for a while. I imagine Mo can do that stuff from the top of his head, even at his age. I think I'll get the Polo Sane Daniel. She looked up at Mo. Oh, am I saying that right? Close enough. But if you really want... Oh, dismissed is a nice one. But if y'all really want to say it nice, it's a Polo San Daniel. He'd corrected, gesture and all. She looked to Olivia, still turning the page at me. And you know what you want to get? I'm not sure, she admitted with embarrassment. Mo letting out a laugh. Oh, don't worry, take all the time you need. He then gestured with a hand. But if you want a suggestion, you might like one of the seafood pastas. One of my grandmama's recipes. Done, I'll get that. Mo laughed again. Oh, sure thing. He then looked at me. What about you, kid? You gotta stick with the special? Pause for a moment, realizing I didn't even know what the special was before nodding anyways. A smile on my snout. A smile on his snout. There's a smile on my snout, and that's why I got paid $50. The food at Dynamo's never disappointed. You ate there like twice. What are you talking about? Sure. Sure. Good to hear. Mo turned to stop away. Sit tight, I'll be back with your orders. I missed Mo. I like doing his voice. It fills me with such exuberance. I can't be Ingy when I have his beautiful voice in my mouth. Don't take that the wrong way. He then disappeared into the kitchen. Mom speaking. Well, that was a pleasant experience. Yeah, Dad agreed. I gotta admit, I didn't expect. The waitress returned, carrying a plate full of cold cuts, cheese, warm bread, and placing it on the table, as all of us blinked in surprise. We didn't order.
It's antipesto, comes before the food.
The waitress explained.
It's free.
She then turned around.
Enjoy.
What is antipesto? Is it antipesto? Is it there so that when the pesto goes in your body, you can overcome it? Why the fuck is this? What? Oh, it's antipasto. Oh. Well, that clears up why I'm getting bullying, anti-bullying groups. Aperitif. Or antipasti. Huh. Never had that. Oh, well, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. What the fuck did I think it was antipesto? Free food. Since when are you such a fucking like? Anon was not that much of a glutton in the game, right? Like, he was skeptical and cynical about. I don't know. Like Olivia and that and the Pains were, but what did this come up during the mall thing? He was really distracted though. All of us slowly. Anyway, we're getting. Yeah. They're fucking guzzling down. Great. We're all suddenly surprised by the return of Mo. T-Rex managing to hold all. He has tiny hands. How does he do it? Yeah, it is a good question. Like when you have to worry about all those different kinds. Just a little bit of asbestos before the main dish. extra dry aged steaks. Already? We just ordered. And I just cooked, Mo said with a laugh, laying out our plates. A veal parmesan for you, a polo San Daniel over here. He then planted a bowl of seafood and pasta in front of Olivia. We got some fruit de mer for here. Little Leonidas' exquisite recipe. The Tyrannosaurus Rex then looked at me. My plate, not actually a plate, but a tray. And for you, the old Dynamo special. He put it on the table. A large pizza. My eyes opened. More specifically at the toppings. A wide pizza with extra sausage, anchovies, pepperoni, and ham. Anchovies. I can take the sausage and the peps and the ham, but not the peps, man. Not the anchovies. Safi, you're fucking it up twice. Fangs. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing, Ryder? The blue asbestos? Ugh. Man, I prefer mine bleached white, thank you. I think it adds to that original crunch flavor. Man, he wants his blueberry. We like to call this the blueberry blastistos. Actually, that is a pretty fucking clever title. Think about it. Like, it sounds exactly like the shitty corporate names they would come up with. Anyway, this is your homework. Think up some stupid names for asbestos flavor. Actually, no, we can play Dino Mo song. We have a reason to. Where is it? It might be under Rocking It, actually. Venetian Values.
It's a Moe's original.
Oh. Moe's Original Meteor Pizza.
You got that right! Moe exclaimed. Yeah, it's the best pizza you ever gonna get.
He then bowed his head.
Bon appetito.
Or as they say in Dutch,
Bon appetito.
it means, well, actually, you could also take it, you make it worse.
A bon appetito.
Which is a little worse. You gotta say it like that, like you don't know what to do.
We got the mesothelioma.
Surprise!
The surprise is the cancer kills you first.
Oh no, I'm having a brief moment. After a short pause, everyone else starts eating. Blah, blah, blah. Pasta. Again, like, the fact they can eat bread and pizza is something else. Also, tomato sauce. Also, the cheese, which I imagine are a bit complicated for meat eaters. After a few seconds, I passed. Before. Okay, are we gonna return Anon to protagonist status? Because if we are, I'm turning on the dramatic song. Hold the phone. I know exactly which song we need. We can't say it here. I think that's the one. No, I want the sharper one. No, you know the one I mean. Yeah, I want the low-key one. Or is this just a repeat? There we go. After a few more seconds passed before I gathered a nerve, a shaky claw grasping a slice of crust and bringing it to my open snout and taking a bite out of it. Okay, so tastes and smells are very nostalgic. So this should hit him like a fucking, like a drop kick, I guess. I could already feel the heartburn kicking in as my eyes closed. This was your idea, Anon! How fucking stupid are you? A ridiculous amount of toppings and hot cheese already searing my tongue. Already. But it tasted absolutely phenomenal. Really hooks you in, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. And the scene just ends? Welcome to Disneyland. Welcome to Disneyland, where we will always smile. You'll take that frown upside down, or we'll hit you with a crown. Leave a dent. Fucking hell! He doesn't get sad. He's just a little bittersweet. He's just having a why have a fucking plot when you mom away? I think I'm done. Oh, man.
Man, I can really feel the microfiber filaments burrow their way into my soft lung tissue. That's how you know Uncle Mo doesn't cheap out on the artificial stuff. He gets his asbestos fresh from the mine. You can feel the coal lung of the miners who dug it.
The black lung, technically. That's how you call it. I'll be honest. I gotta. It's like this entire thing is written specifically to make me suffer. It's like you finally get a fucking sequence, and it's just Anon. Oh, this is so nice. Like if I don't know, man. I'm just. It's like it's really fucking hard for me to keep up with my diet. Oh shit! Crimson Rogue uploaded a video. Hell yeah. Iron Flame. I've been. Oh, Fourth Wing. Wasn't he like kind of optimistic about that? He was like, "Oh man, this is all right, I guess." And it's a 6-hour video. Oh, that's how I like him. Crimson Rogue, you are. Why must you spoil me, my man?
Okay.
Serve. I'm stuck in hell with this man's writing. I would rather read that, to be honest, because at the very least an editor got to look at it. Crimson Rogue could give a review on hardcore bukkake porn, and I'd still be like, what a refined and distinguished gentleman, and not question the topic at all. Sure. So hold up, the murder students at the college prepare the food? That's a good question. I just want to watch this right now. You know what? I'll leave it in you guys' hand. Are we going a little further to see if it maybe figures out that it's supposed to have a plot, or are we just going to call it a day? I don't want to start a Q&A. I want to start a poll. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-dun. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ma-ma-ma-ma-ma. Na 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 na. It's the Mario song from the lands. I think that's the Mario song, right? Yeah, yes. I like that song a lot. It's got a little cyst. I'm reading the comic while you guys do the poll, because that's just how it flies around here. People watching the recording are going to be very confused, but that's just how it goes. What the hell? The reverse hand technique, circumnavigating the entire planet. Hell yeah. How long did it take you to draw those hands? Wait, did all two reverse hands. That's pretty impressive. Alright. We only have 2 votes? Really? Yes and no. Snoot and Wani, but it's red for that too. That's... Would I rather... I think the problem with My Immortal and reading it, I think the actual problem with that is that My Immortal is written in such a dog shit way that I would... Every sentence would take me 4 different reads before I get it right, okay? That's the problem. Is I would read it 4 times and I go, I still don't know what the sentence is saying. Why is there an extra the in there? When they in Dutch say, de je van het, this isn't what they mean. But you know what they say, Luigi. You shouldn't have shot that guy. Mario, I didn't shoot him, I swear, it's a different Luigi. I don't know too many Luigis in my crown of Brooklyn. Mario, I'll never give you the other part of the treasure map. Man, what a shit reason. Well, I guess we're not doing it then. I also didn't notice any links from Scary Dave, so I think we're in a situation where like it's just over. It's Jover. We'll do more next week. Let's just take a little look at the next section because they're not too long. We could take a look at like a section or two and see where they end up. Oh, the section after that's pretty low. What the fuck? Why are you with... Like, just make Olivia the POV character at this point, my man. Whatever. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And then we're gonna do like a section or two. Just for my own morbid curiosity. And also get myself like a couple of chips to refill my sanity meter.
Nothing refills the sanity meter like a couple of crisps.
Delicious. Where's the BRB text?
That's some good potato chips, as my mom used to say.
Hum. Anyway, let's do a little bit more. I got some chips here. Guess I want to bite and save my sanity. All right, let's get to it. I want to go back there already. I want to go back there already. Olivia confessed as we returned home, Baryonyx using a new personal remote to activate the front door, as it opened on its own. No, it doesn't... Does this guy know that as means concurrently? Like, she uses the remote, and therefore, and because of that, and afterwards the door opens. The door doesn't open while she's acting. You get the point? We will. That promises we filed into our house. I mean, who has a door big enough to not file in? There were a few things that were still packed, but we did a good job for it today. Styrofoam peanuts scattered all across the floor to show our progress and effort. Mom yawned, holding a claw at the end of a snap. I think I'm going to bed now. The same, I agreed, feeling the weariness in my skills. Shouldn't you be tired from, like, the whole emotional? Because isn't this, like, the same day where he said goodbye to all of his school friends, and then man has been through a lot. Comical amounts in one day, considering how little has happened over the last year. Jesus. We already went over the front door having remote access. That was last time, where I specifically called out that Olivia's like, hey, should be like, isn't this a bit much, Dad? It's a little much. I don't need that, Dad. I can open a front door myself with my own bare hands. It's been a long day. Alright, I just want to say, Dad said, all of us turned to him as he smiled. We unpacked a lot today. Good work, everyone, and good night. This was Saturday Night Live! He retired for the night, Olivia and I going to our respective rooms after we had finished brushing our teeth. Holy shit, that's a completely Carmelin sentence. She stopped at a sliding door, claw on the handle as she turned to me. Good night, Anon. I feel like these would work a lot better if you include a little or an or an you know, indicate something. Because just having ellipses on, I was like, what even is going on here? Like, is everyone just awkwardly pausing all the dang time? Because that's awkward. Good night, Olivia, I respond, the two of us opening our doors simultaneously. I entered my room, the interior dark and a few boxes. I'm surprised you have boxes. It's not all boxes, because remember, Anon is, a bit of a fucking gormless fool who's, like, giving up his entire life. Like, I'd imagine Olivia is done, and he's the one who's like, oh, shit, I didn't take any time for me. Most of my furniture was unwrapped already, with Roxanne resting on a guitar stand. Normally I would have practiced at this time, but with the rest of my family already probably asleep. And I myself was too tired anyway. Well, the reason Anon doesn't have that room is it has a sliding door, which is like, oh, it's a bit more useful if you're in a wheelchair, you know? I fucking love these chips for two reasons. One, they're very light. Like, they're little straws, so they're very much, like, a good portion air. So it looks like more than it is. And the other ones, the flat ones, I just like because they're just neat. They got a very unique, distinct crisp. Anyway, shedding my pants, I lied out on my boxes and undershirt, staring at the dark ceiling of my bed. What? Staring up at the dark ceiling on your bed. This man's becoming dyslexic before our very eyes. Otherwise, you're lying under your bed, which is a little bit awkward. Although, I could see that being the case, you know. He's turning ascetic. My first night back in Volcaldera Bluffs. And next week we were going to the InGen Center. And the next week and half after that would be the start of Volcaldera High. My gut was twisted at the idea. My dust was twisted with that idea. I was unsure whether I was out of giddiness or dread. I guess only time would tell. With that last thought, exhaustion finally caught up, my eyes closing. InGen HQ was a lot bigger than any of us had anticipated, consisting of 2 blocks of the city space. You mean 2 city blocks, and a small park situated around it. The building itself was more like 3 put together, architecture sharpish and office-like. It's a little lame. We all entered past the automatic sliding doors into the lobby, receptionist silently typing at a computer as we approached, the dinosaur taking notice of us. Hello, welcome to InGen. Do you have an appointment? Yes. Dr. Henry Wu is expecting to see us. She checked the screen before nodding. Yeah, I see it. She then gestured to the elevator. Just press the button on the 5th floor's office and be on the left end of the hallway. Oh, thank you. We went to the elevator, allowing Olivia to roll in as the rest of us entered. Mom pressing the buttons. Oh, they're making it a family event. That's why it's coming along. The doors closed. Then we can move up a few flights. Flights of what? You mean floors? Before we're opening with it. Like, it's a flight of stairs. I get what you're going for, but... You know... A pair of nurses waiting by the door to let us out first. Entering once we had entered. Yes, because the fucking etiquette is you leave, then you enter. When the receptionist said hallway, I'd expected some bland, white-walled corridor. I definitely wasn't expecting definitely wasn't prepared for fully glass walls. Either showcasing offices or rooms with advanced-looking machinery. I am a survivor, Skinny. You know better than me, Anna Morgan. What the fuck? A young Albertosaurus exiting one of the rooms with his patients. Turning him to reveal... Is it fucking Dr. House? Get out of here, Dr. House. Like, I get that House is always right. The House always wins, but fuck that guy. Like, I can fill a little bowl with these, right? I can fill a little bowl with these chips. And it's like 30 to 40 grams. Like a good portion size. No worries about a thing. We arrived at Dr. Wu's office. Another glass room with a tall fucking albino trued on and sat at the desk. A great deal of PhDs and certificates hanging from the wall behind him. Bad news, it's lupus. I knew it was Rico. He noticed us standing up and gesturing us to come in. This guy really loves just gestures. Like, what gesture? We did so, opening the door as Dr. Wu approached. What an awkward thing to do. A smile on his... Of course, and he took his dad's claw. What else would he do? That what else? Yes, sir. You must be Dr. Henry Wu. There I am. Dr. Wu looked at Mom, Joan introducing herself as they shook... Why are you bringing up her name? Anna Lumbago. I'm Joanne, his wife. James, his wife. No, it's Jane, his wife, right? Ah, whatever. Get out of here, Jetson. And then shook his claw. And, the son, also the cool guy and the total protagonist. We're totally here for me, not for her. Olivia, can you jump off the balcony while I make this all about me again? He finally moved on to Olivia. A soft smile on his... Motherfucker had a smile on his snout 2 paragraphs ago. What are you doing? This is the same fucking sentence. This isn't looking up to look up at the ceiling. I'm going crazy. I'm going insane. I wrote this when I was in a fucking Victorian stupor, overcome by my Mr. Hyde. Just to fucking make myself want to die. Well, you're not winning this one, Mr. Hyde. Also, technically speaking, you're a metaphor for the desire of the civilized man to let go of all of society's laws. A mere excuse for the gentleman to unleash his true inner id. Whatever. And you must be Olivia Halford. Olivia paused before accepting a moose look on his neck. Jeez, what gave it away? Well, Constitution. Constitution rolls save lives. We all chuckled at that. Dr. Wu gesturing to the seats. Yeah, have a seat. He peered at Olivia, gesture. Jesus! Oh, I'm gonna lose it! You can situate yourself here, Mrs. Halford. I like how she got to keep her fucking name, too. Olivia nodded, rolling to the space between us as Dr. Who sat back down. All of us now ready to discuss as he pressed a button by his desk. The glass wall behind us immediately blurred, much to our brief... I've seen those things. They have those in like that goofy toilet, right? Like you're in a toilet and you're like, oh no, everyone can see my butt. And then you push the button and it goes... Brown. That's so fucking cool. I'm not gonna dock points for that. That's fucking cool. And naturally, a big, stupid, goofy office like this would have one. Especially someone called Dr. Wu. Before I begin, I have to commend all of you, the True Dawn spoke. I understand a great deal of sacrifice was made to be here. I didn't pay for any of that, so you're fucking stupid. I would have paid for half of it. He nodded his head. I am glad you decided to place your trust in InGen for the process. Dad peered at Olivia. The baryonyx looked back at Edward for a moment. Wasn't much of a choice to consider on our part, Dad admitted before looking back. DBS Broly? If even the slightest chance to help Olivia, we'd all take it. I see, Dr. Wu said with a smile before, as he looked at the Barry. How do you feel, Mr. Sun? Like, can I be honest? This writing would be 10 times better if he just cut out half of the fucking descriptive text and just stuck to the text. Because then at the very least I don't get distracted. Okay? Like, it doesn't do anything. It's just making me angry. And the Fine. That's good to hear. I'll explain what's to expect for the coming weeks. He rested both his claws on them. First, we're going to be doing a few neuroimaging scans to find an irregularity. Once we're done analyzing the data, we'll plan physical therapy and encourage any form of neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity? Dad asked. And then Wu explained. The ability for neural networks in the brain to change and reorganize. It's like mind control, but for your muscles. Don't worry, you only become a slave to the state. That's fine, right? Using proper physical therapies, we could potentially have the body rediscover those nerves and heal itself over the next few months. It's very wishful thinking, but admittedly, they're paying me $50 million for this, so I don't give a shit. Not the pure evil one. Oh no. But if all else fails, we can discuss potential workarounds like implants, brain surgery, becoming a slave of the state. Dr. Wu, you seem very interested in the slave of the state thing. Well, of course I am. We're an evil corporation. We work for Umbrella, you know, we're a subsidiary. Hey, are you okay with turning into a zombie? Would you like to turn into a cool final boss fight that gets blown up with a rocket launcher? I heard it's really cool for the kids these days. Dr. Wu's snout tightened. But understandably, that we left as a last resort. Surgery comes with its own risks, you see. Oh shit, he said something actual doctor said. Neat. Dad and Mom nodded, peering at Olivia to give an encouraging smile as Joanne looked back, asking, Have there any similar cases to Olivia's? And if so, have they been successful? Dr. Wu perked up. Actually, there's been a trend, so to speak, of baryonyx who said losing their ability to walk. More often than not, losing the ability from the... What? That sounds seriously problematic. If we ever get a Red for Dead 2 X Snoot game, I hope the following. Aaron as Arthur, Fang as Mary, Stella as Mary Beth, Fang's dad is Dutch, and Reed is Bill. Jesus. Is it homosexual? The info surprised us all, our eyes widening. There's been no real medical investigation, despite the fact it seems to be an epidemic and affecting a large portion of, baryonyxes. But, it's probably fine. Probably has to do with that zombie virus we leaked a few months back. We paid a lot of money to cover that up, We're not going to start helping them now. Oh, wait, shit, that's what we're doing. Whoops. You get a little senile at my age. All I have is theories. And as for if there have been any successful cases... He paused, closing his eyes, he shook his head. That's actually a good pause. I'm sorry to say, but not to my knowledge. Holy shit, he shook his head instead of nodding. Damn. Anon, I think we gotta kill this guy. Damn. But hey, first time for everything. I find myself bloating at Dr. Wu nodding with a smile. Nodding with a smile, nodding with a smile, nodding with a smile, smiling while nodding. He smiles, nod ahead. Precisely. Dr. Wu looked at Olivia. It'll be a lengthy and years-long process, so we're treading new ground. Also, you're like, what, 15? Holy shit. I get them younger every year. I thought this thing would affect people at the age of 30, but no, you're like the youngest one we've got. You're probably unrelated, which means that any results are gonna get are fucking useless, so thanks for that, bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to turn on my brain implant that lets the company censor my thoughts. Whoops. I'm pretty pissed off I turned that off anyway. Whoops. Don't worry, Olivia. It's just your genes, not other factors. Probably your parents would have had this too if they hadn't been eliminated from this battle royale. See, Olivia, you're actually pretty lucky. We were planning to recruit you to Squid Game. That popular TV show Squid Game. So we wanted to make a real-life Squid Game, because that's, the Torment Nexus needs to be built by someone. It might as well be us. I swear I'll use the Torment Nexus to only cause a little bit of torment. An acceptable amount. Anyway, as someone who knows how this stuff works, yeah, shit sucks. But it's important not to give up. And not to give up. What are you talking about? That's the same thing. That's you fucking clueless, gormless fool. If this program is successful, who knows how many brothers it may help in the future? At least we won't waste their time like we're gonna waste your fucking time. Damn, you'll be like 30 by the time this is gonna yield results. There was a pause before Olivia briefly peered down for... There was a pause, and then she looked down for a pause. It's getting worse. You know what I feel? I said, like, brain damage. No. I think he's starting to rush it. I think he's starting to go faster. Like, he feels like he has to put out more content to stay relevant, or just because he wants to, and he's skipping more beats as a result. She then peered back up, eyes narrowing in her, because it really feels like he's just falling back to the same old, because he just isn't thinking. He doesn't have time. He has to make this and finish it now. I won't. Olivia then paused again. You have brain damage, kid? Normally when I talk to teenagers, they have a bit more fucking resoluteness to them. Hell, I've talked to old guys faster than you. Like, I'm here to fucking help you. I'm not giving you a cancer diagnosis. Goddamn.
Give up, I mean. I won't give up. Ganbate.
Oh, yeah, you're bringing back that thing. That's good. That's some good writing. You know, get some themes in your fucking story for once. That'd be new, hep, fresh, and exciting. Kinda weird your sibling over there used it in a boxing match, but what do I care? Dr. Wu chuckled, nodding his head. Everyone's just a fucking bobblehead. Looking up and down and nodding the whole time. Don't worry, I understood the first time. He then stood up. With that made clear, let me give you a tour of the facility. You'll definitely want to see the vats where we spawn the zombies. Ooh, you probably want to see one of the boss fights we've got ready to do. Would you like a rocket launcher? It's very fun. Don't worry about him. He has 2 phases. It's fine. We all nod, allowing Olivia to leave first as we followed after her. InGen was really decked out with InGen really was decked out with the latest equipment and with the best equipment and facility. The tour having given good showcase of what was in store for Olivia, ranging from simple parallel bars. Holy shit, they have parallel bars! Now that's what I call the best equipment. To specialized pools for hydrotherapy. Oh, fuck yeah. Olivia, do you mind saying stars a lot? I'm just saying we've had trouble with those whippersnappers once before. It really didn't work out too well. I had to push the self-destruct button. You want to push the self-destruct button? I'll cancel it, but it's really fun to do. It's a really big button. You get to pull the little levers. You got to put in the little keys. It's very fun. Dr. Wu, stop activating it. We have to evacuate when you do that. Well, the fire department can fucking suck it to all I care. I have tenure. Oh, look at that. Wesker's shirtless again. You know, that's how I found out I was gay. So don't worry about it, Olivia. I won't be creepy with you, but I'll definitely be creepy with your dad. Jesus. So I know you're married and have kids and all, but... Listen, you don't understand. The healthcare at this company is great. They'll turn you into a 3-stage boss fight if you work for them at least 4 years. They had it all, which put us in high spirits. The week then passed, and as of now... I like how we just go forward. Just numing. I was jogging, my tracksuit keeping me warm in the early morning cold. Ever since moving, I didn't really have many ways to exercise at the moment. I don't know if you need that. And neither for the foreseeable future, which made me think that I'd have to buy my own weights to put in the garage. What changed? Like, what changed? I don't know. Panting. Oh yeah, because he stopped with boxing, I guess. Panting, I rounded the corner, breaking a good sweat as I explored the area. What a good idea! What a good idea. Naomi as Abigail Robert. What the hell? Me and Lunara as Pinkerton agents. Oh, that big guy with the single word vocabulary. He's fine. He's our resident neurosurgeon. He's very effective with his arm tentacle. And don't worry about that big man who has eyeballs on his arms. We just call him G. He's a very nice guy once you get to know him. We made plushies of him. You want one? Oh boy, a G monster plushie. Yeah, everyone, the kids love this guy. You know, you can only fight him in a timed event, so please keep your stopwatches ready if you ever run into him outside of the office. He's very happy to play with people, you know? He mostly moves boxes. I don't know why. We just have a lot of boxes that need moving. To give an idea where it was situated, we were close to the ocean side, and getting to the beach would take about a 20 minutes. That's not close to the fucking beach, my man. 20 minutes of driving? That's not close. We were also, of course, close to Volcano High. Probably 7 minutes at a brisk walking pace. I would have normally confirmed that, but I guess I felt that I had no good reason to go there. This is the whole fucking thing. Reaching another avenue of the suburbs. Like, if you're gonna write sections that are this small, right, you might as well just take the parts out you really need to talk about and put them somewhere else. Because this stuff, like every switch, is a burden on your reader. Like, you need to understand this. Switching scenes, contexts, time, it's a burden on your reader. It's annoying. So you want to do it as little as possible. If you're gonna do a summary, do a big summary. If you're gonna have these tiny details, put them somewhere else. Just sprinkle them around a little bit. Reaching another avenue of the suburbs. I know that avenue is also a street, but my brain refuses to accept that another avenue of approach is what it goes with. I came across a park beside some outdoor fitness equipment, a potential solution to my lack of exercising equipment problem. You should put that between like apostrophes or something. With basketball and squash courts built nearby. Jesus, a squash court? Dude, are you living in like the fucking what are they called again? Beverly Hills? Bel Air? Jesus! Squash courts! A few dinosaurs playing a game in the former. Now just take a minute and sit right there. I'll tell you how I became a prince of a town called Bel Air. And on Bel Air's like down the street. We're not moving again. Stay away from that Redfield fell hot fixation with his sister. No! It looked to be a pleasant place, figuring I'd return at some point as I ran past. It's around your neighborhood, man. Don't worry about it. Continue my exploration. The last week, just the night before the first day of school. One last night before I finally returned to Volcano High. Dad decided for all of us to have a movie night before the big day. All of us sitting on the couch enjoying the new streaming service. Unfortunately, well, this movie really blows. Dad admitted, checking the ratings as he shook his head. It's a 4 out of 5, I doubt that. Mom yawned in agreement. Aren't bad horror movies supposed to be a little funny too? Yeah. Dad chuckled as dentist. Well, put on something else. How about 80s action? He then smiled. He chuckled, so he's already smiling technically. How about 80s action? Sure, said with a nod, knowing those movies were always a fun time. Those movies are 20 years older than you are, Anon. But considering the time travel, they're probably as old as you are, I guess. But before that, I motioned to Olivia, the Baroness finishing a door. Let's see what It's like, just make the comic, man. Just make the comic. I woke up to the sound of my alarm clock, telling me plainly that it was time to get up. That's a decent line. That isn't extremely boring. Sitting up from my bed, I rubbed my eyes to beer my alarm clock. Holy shit! It's a good paragraph. Let's keep it up. 7:30 a.m. Personally, I would go with an uppercase a.m. and remove the period. But that's personal preference. Time to head out for a run. You're going to school, my man. I turn it off, getting ready. With a motion done an insurmountable number of times, I execute the combat roll, tackling the floor and headbutting it, minding my snout, of course. Loud thump. Just get... Anon, come on. You're a boxer. You can do better. Briefly, I heard Olivia's muffled laugh coming from the other side of the wall, indicating that she was already awake as I rose back up, standing up from the floor to grab my tracksuit from the closet, putting it on. You're going to school today, man. Jesus. You're going for a run? Jesus. Yeah, like... You could just have him go around, like go to the graveyard and go like, man, I don't see Fang's grave, you know, that kind of stuff. I feel like you could do something with that. Again, it's a bit too short for what it's trying to do. A blonde suplexing the Spanish and elderly people? He's not working here. Oh, the blonde guy suplexing the elderly and Spanish people? Oh, he doesn't work here. He just showed up one time talking about bingo, and security's afraid to approach him. I would just keeping him busy. I hope he gets bored soon and just leaves us alone. Honestly, he's very good at putting together jewelry. I don't know where the hell he gets it. But man, he managed to fix my wedding ring for me once. I don't know who he keeps talking to, but he also puts up these weird blue lanterns all over the place. I think he's in like a game world or something. After I was done, I exited my room, moving on to Olivia's door before opening it a tiny bit, wedging my snout through the tiny gap. That's not a tiny gap if your fucking head fits through. I then roared, "Wait! Dodge! Ball!" My jest was repaid with swift retribution, suddenly feeling the familiar prongs of the grabber enclose the end of my snout. Immediately shut the door, Olivia laughing even harder as I reopened it, leaning against the frame to see. It's like this guy discovered ellipses and then he discovered fucking the lines for chapter designation. Well, not chapters, for like, you know what I mean. I immediately shut the door, Olivia laughing even harder as I reopened it, leaning against the frame to see the barracks on top of a floor mat in the middle of a room. She put down her grabber to continue doing her morning stretches, using the yoga strap to assist in her many leg movements. What time did you get up? Like, 7 o'clock? I fell asleep pretty early. I'm gonna run. I'll be back in an hour. Dude, you're coming back at 8:30? Dang, you're squeezing it. Motherfucker squeezing. You know what? We're doing one more section, because it's not that bad. I think I can live through another part. Publish a new video with Olivia plug. I'm not getting that one. I don't like it. That's the problem. I also don't have any particular affinity for Olivia, compared to Mango, who I have 2 of. By accident. I didn't mean to buy 2. I just ended up with 2. I love my mangoes. They're so soft and cuddly. I want to rub them on my cheeks. They always get to watch. They're my audience of 2. January 7th. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. It was January 6th in 2020 because that's January 6th in 2020. But in 2019, it would have been. You know what? I give you a lot of shit. What's this guy's author name? I give you a lot of shit, Acco Bracadabra. Acco. But, good on you for looking that up. I don't know, the Olivia one just doesn't strike me. I did get the Fang one. I also got the Frank one, the snake. Because I like that guy. I like Frank the snake. I like snakes. He's got a Siskian color pattern. January 7th. Yeah. 201,000,2019 BC. The full Caldera Bluffs. Weather conditions? Nice and cool. This is my second time living close to the water. Dang, that's clever. I adjust the cuffs of my woodland camo jacket. That doesn't work in an urban setting, Anon. Checking the pockets of my dark blue jeans, making sure I had everything I had was there before tapping the tips of my vintage sneakers against the floor, pressing my toes further into the black socks. You know, My Immortal introduces this concept terribly. At least this works as a nice clothing introduction, so kudos for you. Up top. Because it feels a little more organic. So hey, I don't know why we're introducing this man's outfit now, but whatever. When will Anon have to do the boulder punch in QT? Now that's if he wants to get the physical therapy. Anon, you look like a strong boxer. Would you like to participate in our boulder punching sessions? They'll beef you up faster than you can count to 10. You'll have to tolerate the man who keeps asking for eggs, though. I don't know what his deal is, but he keeps saying it. You will give me an egg. Yeah, I don't get it either. Man, I guess he needs his protein. He is punching a lot of boulders. Says he wants to outdo that other guy. I don't know who he's talking about. Didn't really ask. Don't care. So, Olivia, about that mind control chip. They were hand-me-downs from... Why? Come on, Anon. His hand-me-downs are like decades old. Your parents have money. They were hand-me-downs from Dad, but despite them looking as if they were molded by an animal, they were comfy, built much better than the consumer crap today. That's because you buy shit shoes, Anon. If you buy a proper pair of fucking shoes, they'll last you longer than a week. That's why they're good shoes, because they were good fucking shoes. Loser. Olivia, on the other hand, was wearing her favorite purple hoodie over her t-shirt and dark pants, retro sneakers and white. No, she wears slippers. Come on. Tied with elastic laces, aka no shoelaces. Chris Redfield in 5. Listen, you get a lot of brownie points from me if you punch a boulder. If you want to redeem yourself in my eyes, just make a picture of yourself punching a boulder. That's all you need. All is forgiven. Raptor Jesus knows a man when he sees one. The marine layer was active at the moment, casting the morning mist over the sidewalk as Olivia and I exited through the open door. Mom hugged Olivia and me as Dad stood in the frame with a smile, asking... That should be a colon, because you are elaborating what he's asking. You both know where the school is? Yep, I confirm. Olivia and I already were running around as Mom waved. Have a good first day. I mean, you're like 17 years old. This is a little bit weird. You're like juniors. What the fuck are we doing waving you off? Like, we're kind of treating you like children at this point. Honestly, I'm baffled that they are waved off by both parents. Shouldn't your dad be going to work? Well, no, the two of us responded, the door slowly closing as Olivia and I made our way down the sidewalk. I can barely see where I'm going, the baryonyx murmured, steadily wheeling herself beside me. Same. It looks like the morning mist is gonna clear up soon. Olivia paused, squinting her eyes before nodding. You're right. I think I can see 10 feet ahead of us now. You wanna hop on back? I think I can get us to school faster. I shrugged. Yeah, sure. Approaching her from behind, I hop on back. Just be careful. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, Olivia, but going fast is really dangerous with limited visibility. Like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna break some traffic laws. She immediately sped forward with a push of her arms, tugging at the wheels to instantly accelerate to high speed. Almost fall off the back, claws tightening on the handles as we raced down the sidewalk. I don't think I'm ever gonna get used to that. Olivia slowed down by the time we crossed the road to check both ways before continuing like a baryonyx-powered e-bike, passing few more suburban homes as we rapidly approached the corner. Readying myself, I leaned heavily to the side, squatting my right leg out like a pro motorcyclist as we made the turn, startling a pair of dinosaurs. Briefly, I analyzed them, realizing they were students on the way to Volcano High, indicating that we were definitely on the right tracks. We zipped past, the amount of students and roadside foliage growing as Olivia began to slow down. Crap. Traffic. Olivia murmured as I stepped off the back, ignoring the gaze of a few nearby students as I walked beside my foster sister. Holy shit! Holy shit! You're using alternative nouns. What? What do you mean that I'm forgetting we're working on Care Bear's logic? Oh yeah, they can't get into a traffic accident. Olivia's already crippled, so we can't do that again. And Anon can't get crippled because he's Anon. We're not doing that story where Anon gets a robot hand. Or like a prosthetic. We're not doing that. Olivia murmured as I stepped off back, ignoring the gaze of a few nearby students as I walked beside my foster sister. It doesn't matter. Besides, I checked the time on my phone. We're early. I then looked back up, and sure enough, in the distance past the tree line. How the fuck do you see it through the mist? I guess it is clearing up. I could see it. The rectangle-shaped building was no different than I remembered. A few vines growing from its walls, the middle sporting two pillars like a Greek temple surrounded by dull green fields, with a chiseled name over the glass entrance. Volcano High. Is that the school? Yeah, I confirm. Shaking off the surreal days as I continue. I mean, it's been like 20 years, so Anon would be a little bit like, wow, I haven't been in here forever. I haven't been here in like an entire lifetime. Whew. Literally speaking, to an extent. Don't forget that technically Anon is 34, mentally speaking. Or older, if you want to go by real logic. We arrived at the steps, a few students already staring. I recall when I had first arrived, hatefully imagining what they were thinking of me, the only human. No, they were pretty explicit about that. No, that wasn't thought. I don't even know. Either or, it was pretty nasty. But now, thanks to my enhanced hearing, I could actually hear what most of the students were actually saying. Telescopic hearing. I mean, again, it feels like he has a superpower, and I'm supposed to acknowledge it, but it's not acknowledged, this one. It's just a weird gimmick. Meet more. I scrunch my eyes at the last one. Olivia gestures ahead towards... Again, this man was working in a rush. We straight up have missing nouns now. And articles, since there probably would be a the. You're right, school's not even open yet. Then we'll wait. I answer seriously, because waiting is serious business. Sternly scanning this crowd of students. You want to sit down? I blink, turning back to see Olivia pointing towards a very familiar bench. The paint cracked on the rotting wood. No, I'm good. You sure? Oh no, this is senior year, right? I forgot. He was in 11th grade. Hold on. He was in 11th grade, which means he is almost certainly in... Yeah, he's a senior probably. Which almost certainly means... Yeah, which means that, yes, he would probably... No, wait, they're a year before that. We literally established that it's a year before that. He's a sophomore. Which means that the bench is probably good enough. Although he is bigger and heavier with all that muscle. Who knows?
You sure?
I paused, noticing a leaf flutter close to my snout as I blew it away. A piece of foliage drifting before gently landing on top of the bench. A violent crack was heard before the entire seat fell apart, collapsing into a pile of wooden splinters. I nodded, and Olivia staring wide-eyed at the mess. Yeah. I heard more whispers, now clear looks sent our way as more students passed. Now clearly stare. Again, you're doubling up on verbs in a weird way, as Olivia shifted uncomfortably in a wheelchair. If Volcano High is like one of the very few schools around that has like wheelchair accessible elevators, I imagine this isn't that weird of a sight. Not any more weird than having a human around. Turning to her, I gestured toward the stairs, a ramp beside the steps. Let's go wait at the entrance. Actually, I'm gonna go and pull up the art. I'm kind of curious about this. We need to look at the CGs. Oh, yeah! Yeah, the big overview shot there is indeed an accessibility ramp, huh? I always comment on this, but Goodbye Volcano High has no elevator. In Goodbye Volcano High does not have accessibility ramps or anything. If you're in a wheelchair in that world, you're just told to go fuck yourself, I guess. Like, they're the inclusive LGBT crowd, and they didn't even think about that shit. Damn! Admittedly, again, it's probably because they're trying to avoid the situation because the engine doesn't work with anything other than normal people. Should have fucking not done it. It just gets in the way of so much, Jesus. Let's go way to the entrance. Olivia nods, the two of us now going up towards the glass doors. Olivia wheeling herself up the ramp as a few students stood to the side to give space, all while gazing as she passed. But Goodbye Volcano High is a nice world for nice people. Whoa, they're supposed to have the whamps. Shit, this was like to go to school at 10 a.m. Sure, this was genuinely worse than the time I had first come here. Remember the expressions of confusion and contemplation? But at least none of them looked at me like I was a fucking unicorn. Casting a glare at some dumb shit who was sporting the most obvious... Casting a glare at some... Oh, wait. But at least none of them were looking at me like I was a fucking unicorn. Casting a glare at some dipshit who... Why are you... What? These are two different sentences. These should not be in the same one. Because one is Anon denouncing, and then he's What? What, never seen anyone in a fucking wheelchair before? Why don't we get Olivia's viewpoint? This is such a big thing for her. Fuck you, Anon. Get out of my story. Internally sighing, I get my thoughts under control. Again, this is a good thing to italicize to indicate that it's a, I wasn't there to be outraged on Olivia's behalf. Yeah, but you already know she's upset about this. Finally arrive at the top. Dull blue glass obscuring the interior. Turning back to see most of the students finally going on with their own business. And then look at Olivia, Baryonyx peering down with a slight frown, perhaps realizing how different this was going to be from Mrs. Private. It's been a few 500,000 years and they couldn't make the dinos hug. Dang! I'm sorry, Fang. We're going to have to kill this guy. Damn. Or maybe we'd play that Fang sound effect where it's like, woohoo! Holy shit, Fang, I didn't know you were stuck cooking. I mean, she isn't anyone, I guess. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Anyway, I gently placed a claw on her shoulders, giving the light squeeze as she peered up. If anything goes wrong, at least we'll be together, I promise. A smile slowly building on her snout as she nodded. I relinquish my claw, slowly moving up to the door to see if I could peek inside and get a status before the door suddenly opened from the left side. Olivia blocked out as I was briefly startled. The opener equally as surprised. Golden eyes wide and crest of orange and stripe. You have one paragraph, Anon. Don't fuck it up. Wait. Nas? Anon! It was Nas. Third act was already moving past the door, dressed in his proper and gaudy green flower jacket and his black button shirt. A bit different than what I remembered from it, displaying blossoming volcano flowers on his polyester surface rather than the bland red and yellow blooms that I recalled. A great big joyful smile. At that point, don't include "and" because you're making a point. On his snout as he drew an arm back, swinging it to clap it against my dumbfounded claw and grasping it firmly. Much like I had done to him when you first met him on our table back at Mrs. Private. Whoa, you managed to avoid sounding too gay. Good job. The rest of the school year left to go. When I saw your name on the committee sheet, I could hardly believe it. After Jesus, everything was happening too quickly as I finally recovered. He's barely peeking at Olivia to see her silver eyes and shocked expression on his mouth, simply staring at his sidelines while the rest of... Yeah, shouldn't Olivia have been a little bit more like, no, I don't, excited about seeing Nasser? I just completely forgot that happened. Again, if she was the POV character, maybe you could have done something with that. Struggling to speak, I let out a cough before nodding. Yeah, bro. I smile as best I can. Really good to see you, too. He smiled, beginning to look away. Where's Olivia? I saw her name, and... Nasser froze up. Head turned to the paraplegic baryonyx. Whatever he was going to say clearly died in his snout. I guess the paper hadn't told him. After a few seconds of his stunned gaze, Olivia was surprisingly the one to speak first, claws fidgeting in her seat as she peered up. Eyes unable to meet his. I know, sir. She tried her best to smile. I like how Anon tries his best to smile, and then she tries her best to smile, giving an unsure giggle. Long time no see, huh? More like short. Apparently Anon is built like one of those corn-fed country motherfuckers at age 17. Think anyone would be upset at him. It was Nasser, his slender form perfectly framed by his horrible jacket, once again gazed into his gilded irises and the promise of so much more. Anon, you're twice the man's age. Come on. Nasser went silent for a few moments, blinking as he looked out. When? The door reopened, and a familiar but cheerfully annoying voice spoke up, slightly out of breath.
Nasser, you ran really fast. I almost couldn't catch up.
It was said like a compliment, but I couldn't help but sense some irked frustration within that sentence as a violently pink parasol exited the door. Another ghost standing beside me, prim and proper in a button-up shirt and pants with brown loafers, a pink tie around her neck, and equally... Yeah, this is what I was talking about. You did it so clean with Anon. Her hair blonde, not covered in blood like last I seen it. Hey, Naomi, are you going to put the blood back in your hair? I thought it looked really nice, a lick of red to go with your bow tie. Listen, I'll just cut my wrist and we'll make this work.
Holy shit, what are you doing?
I'm putting blood in your hair. Jesus, it's not that complicated. Oh, Nasser apologized. Is this why they didn't fucking text? Is this the entire reason they didn't add each other on WhatsApp? Nasser apologized, rubbing the back of his neck as he quietly glanced at Olivia, baryonyx still peering down, trying to keep the saddened frown away from his... I exhausted all of my energy on talking this morning on Slug Blaster, so sorry. Fuck. I hoped things would go smoothly between the two of them, but I'm broken from my thoughts, realizing Naomi was talking to me.
Hello, you must be Anon,
she greeted, turning to Olivia.
And you're...
Olivia, she quickly answered, wheeling past Nasser, as if to get away from the awkward situation.
Olivia, of course, we've been expecting you to.
Naomi peered at the pterodactyl.
Nasser was overjoyed when he saw your names in the seat. He couldn't stop talking about you and Anon.
She then paused, and for a moment, I swear I could see an errant switch on the side of her muzzle as she stared. Oh, they're not even a couple? He's loyal? Anon is going to say, oh man, he's so loyal. What a loyal husband. I mean, boyfriend. I mean, friend I happen to have that happens to be a boy.
Especially about you.
Cool, Olivia simply said, keeping her gaze away from Nasser. Naomi clasped her hands together with a smile.
Anyhow, welcome to Volcano High. I'm Naomi, student council president and your guide.
She then looked to Nasser, pterodactyl, clearly distressed with his thoughts giving the same old something is bothering Nasser look we both all knew too well.
Nasser, is there something you should say?
Should say? Would like to say? He then perked up, as if remembering some unknown cues. He blinked. Right. He then looked to Olivia and I, but mostly Olivia, still unable to keep a gaze away from him. Well, we're the welcoming committee. Silence, peachy tyrant. Now perish. Olivia, I think we're gonna have to kill this Naomi. Dang. I catch a brief glimpse of Naomi's face. It quickly disappears. A frown on Naomi's face. It quickly disappears. She looks back to us with a smile, handing both of us a brochure.
Oh, I just had this prepared for the two of you.
Volcano High and you, a new beginning to adulthood. I resist the urge to gag, wanting to at least try to get along with Naomi this time around. Even if the whole attitude of her was just a facade, an act.
So why did both of you transfer here?
Naomi asked as we briefly read through the brochure, looking up at her. Engine, Olivia answered for us. Veronic's quick to realize that she hadn't really elaborated. I'm doing a program at Engine. Why don't we walk again? Oh, so we moved here. I saw the change in Nasa's eyes, snout tightening, and brows slanting as if in disbelief. And brows, or whatever. I kind of like the idea of like Nasa's like, oh, I'll love you when your legs work, you know. Some drama. We're not getting that though. We're in Disneyland. It's a tiny world after all. He then tried to speak.
Olivia, that's so good to hear that you're going to try your best,
Naomi exclaimed, holding her hands up by her open snout as her closed her eyes. You're just describing the fucking character art.
I'm sure you'll be glad to know that here at Volcano High we have all sorts of programs and benefits for paraplegic students that...
She just went on and on, and my mind just loaded that old software that tunes out her words as Olivia and I just blankly stared. Everything really was coming full circle. All that was left was...
Oh, you silly Anon, you can't destroy me with such basic methods. I'm a basic bitch. I'm immune to it. You're gonna have to think of something very elaborate. Oh, it'll be so fun when you finally figure it out. I have a ritual that requires at least 15 steps and pink candles.
Now all that was left was...
Why are you walking so slow, Reed?
I froze up. Yeah, like, sorry, Trish. A pause. I think someone slipped something in my scarf this morning. For those few seconds, I don't even dare turn around. Don't dare to peer and see what was behind me. It was only until I heard the third voice. Pretty sure it's because pretty sure it was because you were smoking carf. Slowly I inch my head to the side. Hold on. We need the dramatics. Slowly I inch my head to the side, peering over my shoulder to see a trio I could never forget. A velociraptor in a red tank top and black and ripped jeans, unconnected headphones hanging from the back of his neck. Reed. A triceratops, wearing a yellow hoodie and tight track pants, an O and X printed on the surface of her sweatshirt, like an incomplete tic-tac-toe game. Trish. And a pterodactyl with wings like a fallen angel, feathers and scales of grey with the lightest touch of azure. I would have gone with touch of the ocean, because, you know, ocean, nearby, respectively. Black top and tight pants, the latter ripped like broken butterflies, and a pair of boots that almost went up to the knees. A choker around her neck, as well as a skull pendant of some kind of small beaked animal resting between her perky chest. I just got the impression of some kind of tiny bird. For a moment I didn't dare think of a name, a cold numbness rising in my entire being. That's just your penis, Anon. It was only when I closed my eyes, regained my breath, that something had begun to happen. Recollections. Didn't Fang hate fuck Anon? Like she was sick and fucking tired of life, so she had a sex with him? Like I said, it's his penis. Skinny. How unnatural it sounded when she said that. As if only doing so because she had heard it by someone else. I guess you aren't that awful. She said that after the whole debacle with science class. Is that nicked? Oh God, you're such a dweeb. First time I told her my own favorite band. I found the nickname endearing. We're already in detention. What's a few more days? We're already in detention. What's a few more days? Those car windows were a lot tougher than people realized after which we got the fuck out of Dodge. Music's the only thing I've been decent at. Even then. I had interrupted then, along the lines, encouraging him to try something new. Looking back, that probably wasn't the right thing to do. Knowing there was still so much more she probably wanted to say. We gotta offend you, we gotta offend you, we gotta offend. The squeals of pure joy at Moe's restaurant were like a drug. Her wings like the soft... Well, it's because you're a fucking absolute clown. You were shit tier ending one Anon. You know, that's an idea. Ending 1 Anon, but he did ending 4, and it's just that everyone around him sucks so much ass, and he gets reincarnated, and it's just like pissed off at everyone for being shit. Yeah, I saved your life the first time, and you insisted on killing everyone anyway. Good job. Why are people candle posting at me? God, I'm on this twice in a row now. I wish I could have had that jam session with her after she taught me the most amazing things with the guitar. Oh no, no. Let me help you up. I could bring up my own recordings for this, actually. Too much work. It had hurt so much after falling down those stairs. She'd been the only one there to keeping me steady. You're such a fucking dweeb. She'd been the only one keeping me together. No, she's not. I don't know. Listen, I don't know about you, but what kept Anon together is that he didn't give a shit. I opened my eyes, catching her beautiful amber eyes. Fiery orange disappearing in a blink. Lids covered in purple and red makeup. Natural markings beneath her eyes like war paint. A short crest rising from the back of her head, decorated with a spiked collar. For a brief moment, I realized I was standing where she stood when I first arrived in my past life. Having given me that stare, I rationalized that I rationalized to be contempt, judging. Oh no, there's a picture here we're not going to look at. Oh, it's Anon. Huh. Why is it Anon? Why is it Anon? In this life, I found her again. Melancholic weirdo. Fang. Like rowing a boat, we enter the future backward. Oh, that's actually a very good quote. Too bad you don't deserve it. Fuck off. Let's go do those links. So, hey, we managed to do the chapter after all. What a Christmas miracle. Oh, yeah, there won't be another stream before Christmas, so I guess it is a Christmas miracle. You know, let's have a little sneak peek at chapter 13. Fortune favors the bold. Shit, it's a long... No, it's not a long one. It's that I haven't cut out the text yet. Again, all the ridiculous amount of blank spaces this does not need. Edit as HTML. It's another long one, and we're gonna meet Stella. 11,000 words. I bet you nothing fucking happens anyway. Something about an apology. Oh, hell yeah, we're bringing up the non-binary stuff. Anyway, let's go look at Scary Dave's links. If you want to read along, they're under the latest community post. Let's get rid of this music. Anymore. Bye-bye, recording people. Ending for Anon, but he's gay, and it's with and it's Lucy who ended up with the busted. Ha! Don't need to crack me up, buddy. To Safi on stream. Ah, shit. I need to go to my community tab. Otherwise, it opens them as java.void because it tries to open like some scripting. And the pornography happens. The pornography. I must not let them see the book, for it contains the pornography. What fucking crossover is this? Damien, what are you doing? Damien, are you sleeping? Oh no, that's Nico! Ha! From GTA 4. The Fang plushie. Yes, Scary Dave, I've ordered a Fang plushie. Thank you. Honestly, I'm not that big of a fan, but I just feel like Mango will be about it. How goth girls sleep. Ben. Holy shit, that's a fucked up Ben. What the hell? Wife. Okay, that's kind of cute. She looks old though, with the hair like that. I dig it though. I'm gonna put that one up on stream. Made by Jaunty Web at Jaunty Web AU on Twitter. That's my drawing section. Where is the No. This is just go little dude go. Yeah, go little dude go. He's so handsome. I love it. I miss Anon. I'll be honest. I'm fucking missing Anon real bad. Like, this story is not Anon. I want my Anon back. Where is my boy in green? Anyway, here's the art from Jaunty Web AU on Twitter. It's really nice. Like, we're going to Inco Noted after this, and I don't know if I want that. What the fuck? Who are these people? Listen, I don't know who these are by minute Anon. But Green and Ruin's spoopy shitty lesbianship. I like these two. They're so cute. They're so cute! They're so cute. Oh, there's two more links down here. Body practice. Dang. And then we got another one, a Fang with a jacket. Fang does look a lot better with a jacket. Like, it works in Goodbye Volcano High because she's explicitly in a super tropical temperature, but... Jesus, Anon, you got all... What happened to you? Technically related? I love it. Dave's like, I don't know if this is related. We got a crocodile.
Hey, me bottle of scrumpy.
Bottle of scrumpy. Can I get a high from Murphy fandom? Oh, it's that this. Listen, the gif of like Trish being like, "Look at this thing on my phone," and they're sitting on the table looks so bad. I like Reed's tale, but it goes through the floor according to the perspective. Like, it's such a. It shows just how shit this engine is and how poorly it treated them. Ugh. Ooh, Fang with a pleated skirt. I like it. Nice and breezy for that hot Vol Caldera weather. Oh, it's Fang with the cheese that's on her head. Unexpected gifts. Oh, it's Santa Anon giving Amber the Ninjago! Yeah! Give me that fat Ninjago hot dog. Safi, that's not edible. What the hell? All boobs? I don't care about this. That's a big Fang. Her body is so big compared to her little head. Oh god, that's a really involved Christmas dinner pic. Dang. Cat had YY. Jesus, that's a good one. I love. I have to show this for one reason. I just love that Anon has a stupid Rudolph reindeer nose on his snoot. Look at that. It's a little goofy snoot. I love the pictures in the back. That's so nice. That's so nice. Such little cute little details. Rap to Jesus, it's him, the postal dude.
Would you like to sign my petition? Hi there.
Would you like to sign my petition? Oh, no, they shot him. They had to shoot him. Jesus Christ.
I regret nothing.
I guess he doesn't. Oh, why is Naomi talking about this? Oh no! This is great. Oh, this is great. Scary Dave. Yes, I was a Minecraft. And, oh, good lord, you're so fucking hot. Please date me. This is from Valens Aces. Valens Aces. Really nice. Oh, it's the blind lady in bed, but her eye opens. What? Why? I wonder if Fang's wings would actually help with the rain. Outfit swaps. Trish, I mean, it kind of works, but her palette is already so dark it kind of messes it up. And with Fang, it's really awkward to have a blue-green mix with a yellow-red like that. I don't know. I keep forgetting that, like, in Goodbye Volcano High, Fang is built like a fucking brick. Like, their body is really awkwardly shaped. Oh, we have a calendar. Why is Ben in the dress in here? Why is he in the Naomi dress? I have to wait until November to get Liz. Oh, you meanies. God dang. Those are some more nice art. What is this? What is this? The real question is, but why not? It's the guys in skirts. But why not? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this, Scary Dave. What are you doing to me? It's Sage's birthday, or was yesterday at least. You know, Sage, the character who gets one of the best scenes in Goodbye Volcano High when the story has done nothing to earn it and fucking ruins it as a result. It's just, Sage is so tragic in context. Ugh. Because there is no context. Rosa asks for advice. And then you let Anon just, yeah, as someone, when he snaps your, then you can, so you can, Dios mío, Stella, I did not ask for Stella, stop. Is she talking about anal fisting? Damn. Oh shit, that's an interesting Fang. That's a lot of pockets. What do you need those pockets for, Fang? Rosa Bros eating good. I love my life. I still don't know how to feel about the Rosa one, because like Anon just randomly gets fucking horny as hell. Well, that's all of them. They were lovely, Scary Dave. They were lovely. We'll have a stream next week. We're going to the next chapter. Again, early parts, later parts. I'm going to go and regret over crossing my calorie counts for the day. But, you know, just like some people slam down entire bottles of booze for YouTube cred, I do so too. I get no YouTube cred, though. Maybe I should actually try some proper booze. Thank you all for coming, though. Like I said, next week we'll do some other stuff. I don't fucking know. Otherwise, I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say. I'm just tired. I kind of want to write something, but I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. It leaves a man like me with a lot of question marks, as they say. There she goes. Country roads. Anyone has anything to say that let it out? Let it out. Let it out. Speak it to the winds, so that it may be carried to my ears. Mario Kart DS contains an unused, extremely simplistic model of a Shy Guy in its files, which is likely used for DS download play feature, which requires most players to play as Shy Guys, while minimizing the polygon count of these players. Footage show what the model would have looked like if he was left in the finished game as the final model. Oh, that's cute. Thank you, Super Mario Broth. No, I don't want to go. Oh no. Oh no! Oh shit. It's a person talking about homebrew rules that are just play another fucking system. I love those. Yeah, I am, EP. Caveman said that Anon would have gotten together with Rosa if Fang wasn't there. Yeah, fair enough. Need more Anon Sage. Such a clash. It'd be a weird one. 90-degree angles. Benomi, let's go. Even when 6, Scary Dave delivers. Well, like I said, you'll have a fun time. I'm gonna go. I would like to remind you that today we had this fucking fantastic line that I'm not gonna let go. I think this is I'm just gonna leave this on so that next time when we stream, we are reminded. We're just reminded of I mean, it's not nice to begin with such a low note, but you know what I mean. Look like the next chapter's actually going to do some stuff, so that's great. I love it when shit happens in my writing. But I do feel like the last chapter was a bit rushed. It had a lot of weird mistakes and it was definitely falling apart in a funny way. I hope that's no longer the case. Because it sucks when shit sucks. The what? What's up with the what? What did I do? What did I say? Please. Jesus, what the hell? Did this guy finish an entire game in like an hour? Oh, like a day more. Weird. Googling, looking up hard. Yeah. Looking up hard, that she is. She looked up. She's looking up as she looked up. Artisanal. I'm going to leave you with that artisanal thought. As I have an hour and a half to enjoy a cool video, and then I'm going to go to bed. I might just do something else in the meantime. Maybe I'll finish. I'm getting close, by the way, to finishing Ranger in the Fog. I am getting close to releasing this albatross from around my neck. Man, I can't believe how close I am. I can feel my fingertips grazing the material of the wall on the other end. Thank you for your likes and your views. But not thank you for the $50 I didn't get. So sad. Bye-bye now. See you next week. After Christmas. Merry Christmas. And a happy Crim Cram. And a happy Crim Cram. We wish you a Merry Crim Cram. We wish you a Merry Crim Cram. We miss you a merry whim wham. Ba ba meow meow meow. Meow 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 meow.